welcome in. How are we all doing today? Use a controller too, but you can't play video games with your wrist all jacked up. Yeah, wrist stuff is like really um you gotta be careful with that. I hope it gets better soon. And welcome in. What did you say I was gonna call you again? Was I sticking with muffin or am I going with a as and welcome in, Kaiwen. Let's see the new control. Oh yeah. This is my new controller. I let you guys choose on the color, sort of. A lot of you guys voted for green. I didn't really like the green one. But a lot of you guys also voted for purple. And the purples is very cute because it will match, like, it matches this. I have my headphones. It's on the Ditto case, purple also, pretty good. What else? Yeah, and then I have my over-ear headphones, which are also purple, which I wear sometimes, which I should charge. Because when my AirPods die during Skyrim, I cannot reconnect them. So I should probably I should probably get my real gamer headphones to play Skyrim. You're feeling sore today this week with your heavy workout. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was actually gonna recommend. I was looking through the 8-bit Do controllers or 8-bit Do. I don't know what they're called. Um, I was looking through them and I saw like the retro ones. I was like, oh, I stat would like these, but I forgot to send them. But he already got it. So I'm glad my train of thought was correct. I think we settled on alphabet soup. Great, great. I'm just gonna call you Az. I kind of like that, Az, unless you hate it. Does it feel like a Procon? A little bit. It feels a little bit like a Procon. But it's definitely where's my Procon? No, my Procon's in another room. Um, but it's a little bit smaller than a Procon because I actually really hate the Procon. Um, And I think I was comparing the differences. It is a little bit smaller, like, width-wise and height-wise, but the main thing I think is, like, the thickness. Cause like, the Procon, like, when I hold it like this, I feel like these fingers, like, it's just very uncomfortable. Um, so this one I think is a bit, like, slimmer overall, and it's also way lighter. Especially compared to, like, the PlayStation control. I know the PlayStation controller has, like, a lot of features in it, like, it has, like, a microphone, a speaker, has a weird touchpad, and, like, the adaptive triggers and stuff, like, very gimmicky things, which are it can be kinda cool, but it makes it very heavy, and this one's very light. It's, like, half the weight of the PlayStation, which is probably also better for my wrists. The Mintara controller is still ni then you get it. Purple voters knew the aesthetic. Yeah, everyone knew. I didn't realize I had so much purple stuff, but I do. I do. Cause I was thinking like, "Oh, I'm like, the pink would match like this, like the overlay, and like my channel colors, but I do actually have a lot of purple things as well, and I have a lot of blue things as well. Um, the retro one's sweet. It's like a SNES one. Yeah, they have a bunch of retro ones that are like, I don't know my retro consoles. You guys know this. But like there's like a like the one that's like kind of like this shape. There's no like there's it doesn't have these things, and then there's that one with the thing in the middle. You know those ones. Why did I get this one? The other one's hurt. No, my DualShock controllers are like breaking. The snapback is so bad. And also it started drifting as well. Also, the rubber part, like this part of the stick, is coming off on one of them. Cause I have two PlayStation controllers, and they're both in disrepair. They're usable, but they're not great. And then this one is nice too, cause now it's wireless. The cable was really annoying. But I keep forgetting to turn it on when I open Genshin. Whenever floats your butt. Okay, okay. Is it an Xbox controller? Yeah, that's another thing as well because when I play Steam games with a controller, it gives me like Xbox controls, and I don't really like when I play on the PlayStation controller, it will be like press X, and I'm like I don't remember which one is X, so I messed up a lot. So now it will actually I can actually look down and be like, oh, this is the button. Um, Immortals mean the Procon one. The two is real good. Yeah, I'm talking about the Procon one. I have no idea about the two. The two is also extremely expensive. But yeah, it's the my Procon one is like my regret purchase because like I don't know. I think I just got one where the D-pad was especially. I know the Procon has a lot of D-pad issues, but like my Procon, I the few times I tried to use it was like the D-pad misinputs like about 60% of the time, I would say. Like it misinputs more often than it properly inputs. And like I don't know if you guys know like when the Switch Procon, like you would press like I wouldn't even pressing diagonally. I would just press on the side and it would like go up. And I'd be like, that's not what I pressed. So there's something wrong with the the D-pad, the way it works. Did you get the controller I linked? No, the one you linked was PlayStation. And I specifically wanted a an Xbox style controller so it would work with Steam. Because it for some reason, no matter what it does, even though I select like, oh, I have a PlayStation controller, it doesn't like translate the controls. And I'm already like not good at controls, so I don't need it being extra confusing. The Switch 2 has sold more units a little over a year than the GameCube did in its lifespan. A lot more gamers these days. And welcome in Sushi, Pro Gamer Miju, Pro Gamer, not Pro Controller. Yeah, welcome in. But yeah, I like this one so far. I cannot give a high rating on it yet because this is the 8-bit Do or 8-bit Do controller, and this is one that meaningless name recommended like a really long time ago. Because I was thinking about getting a new controller a little while ago because of the snapback on the PlayStation controller, but I didn't get around to it until now. And then I got this one because it was the cheapest. Hey, you gotta be frugal. And the one that Razi really recommends the Game Sir, that one. And it looks good, but it was twice as expensive as this one. This one was less than $40 Canadian, so it's really cheap and it's very cute. So mm, honestly, if it works, it works. And if it's like at that price, if it lasts me the same, if it lasts me like 5 years, that's plenty, I think. Did you guys watch the GTA 6 trailer? It's locked behind a paywall for 6 hours on Netflix. There's a GTA trailer on Netflix. That's so stupid. I've been thinking about getting an 8-bit do. Is it do? What do you guys think? Do you think it's do or do? My brain says do. But yeah, even thinking about getting one. I'll let you know how it holds up. But Meaningless Name said they had their controller for I think years. I can't remember what it was, but like I think it was like years, and they're like, yeah, this one has held up. So, but Ratzi also said the same thing about the game, sir. So I guess like every third-party controller is pretty good. A lot of third-party controllers are good. Your controller is a one-off Amazon, some random one. I mean, if it works, it works. Is it good? Like, has it been holding up? Is there a drift? Is there a snapback? Cause like I used to stand behind the PlayStation controllers, especially compared to the Switch Pro controller. Cause like let's be real, the Switch Pro controller is really overpriced. And the Switch 2 Pro controller is even more expensive. And I'm like, I don't think a controller should be $150. Like, what could you possibly be getting out of a controller that's like gonna be $150 worth? You know what I mean? Unless it has some very specific purpose. You know, sometimes there's like those turbo controllers or whatever. Um, I think for the most part, like a normal controller, like um the Switch one has like no features. The D-pad barely works, and it still gets drift anyway. And the DualShock controller has like yeah, like I said, a mic, a speaker. It has that touchpad thing that no one uses, and then it has like a adaptive trigger. And you could argue that it's like kind of unnecessary. It's like over-engineered, but like for the price, like you're getting a lot more. You know, you're not getting a lot more value compared to the Switch one. I'm just a Switch Procon hater. In order to watch it, you need Netflix for its initial release date for the trailer. That's stupid. Who would pay for that? Just wait. Just wait to. I'm sure someone already uploaded it. And welcome in, Demero. You finally got your laptop today. Nice. What laptop did you get? And thanks for the 5 stream streak. The DualSense controller is mad good. In my opinion, I want one for my PC. That's what I thought too, Chicano. But mine, I mean, to be fair, I haven't had them that long. I've had them for 4 years. At this almost exactly 4 years now for the DualShock controller, and both of them are drifting. They're both drifting, and they both have a terrible snapback, and the rubber peeled off. So now I'm like, I don't think I defend them anymore because I really liked the DualShock 4. That one actually was very comfy to use, and I really like that one. And that one has never I mean, I don't like use it anymore. I think my brother still uses it though. Um, but I haven't had any problems with that. But the DualShock 5, I don't know. I have two as well, so it's not even like, oh, I got one bad one. Like they both started breaking. The Switch One controller has awful durability. That's Nintendo for you. Is that true though? Like, cause like I think their other stuff is fine, right? Like the Switch itself is fine. Um, and like the DSs or whatever, the Wii's are still holding up. I have a Wii U. It's still fine. Well, I don't know how much kind of use it before that, but like, I don't use it like heavily, but like it seems fine. I guess it doesn't have like a battery. I guess like with the Switch, it's like the battery, but like that's like every battery. The one I got was on sale, specifically the color. There are other colors that look like SNES or GameCube colors, but they weren't on sale. You gotta get the one that's on sale. I didn't even know the one I got was on sale. I just like randomly went to checkout and it was like it's 20% off. I was like, oh, okay, great. Because I thought it was a good price before that, but it was even an even better price after the sale. You guys must really thrash on your controllers. My first broke on thousands of hours and it never crapped out. I think it's just luck. Cause I don't use my controller heavily. Like you probably game way more on your controller than I ever did on mine. Um, and same with the Procon. Like from out of the box, the D-pad didn't work. But yeah, it's I don't know. I think with the D-pad, some are better than others. Mine seemed especially bad. But honestly, like that seems a bit unacceptable, right? Like you pay $90 for this controller, and like there's a chance that it just like is really bad. But yeah, but luck of the draw. My Joy-Cons never drifted. Still to this day, my Joy-Cons have not drifted, which is a crazy luck of the draw. So yeah, I guess it just depends. An Intel Alder N95 laptop. I shouldn't have asked. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's great. Enjoy it. You just want it for like one player titles because Xbox controllers feel weird to me for like Resident Evil. I mean, I think it's fine. Why would it feel weird? Because it's meant to be on PlayStation. I feel like the Wii U gamepad has the opportunity to go down as the top tier controller from a Nintendo, but they handicapped it for only a few games and not being able to play with it on the Wii as another controller, which is counterintuitive. Isn't it kind of like big as a controller? It's like basically it's like bigger than the Switch. It's very the concept of it is cool, but I don't know if I would consider it a top tier controller because like ergonomically, it's a bit large. And welcome in big. Hope you're doing well today. All your Joy-Cons drifted, so I'm pretty happy with the knockoff ones I got for £30 and they're cuter and change color. Fair, fair. Yeah, I won't be like even though my Joy-Cons don't drift, and I do really like the Joy-Cons because I know a lot of people think they're too small, but for me they're a great size and I like using them a lot. I like having like the two hands. And I thought they were fun, but and mine are in cute colors because I have the Animal Crossing Switch, but I will not defend the quality control because like everyone's Joy-Cons drifted. I actually did send my Switch in for repair, by the way, when I first got it. When I first got it, it was making like a really weird noise. Um, it would make like a buzzing noise as if there was like something loose inside it. So I sent a video to Nintendo and they fixed it. And I was so worried because I was so worried because the Animal Crossing Switches were like super sold out. I was so worried that they would send back a replacement one and it would not be the Animal Crossing one. And I was like, I was about to be so sad, but they sent back the same one. Or what seemed like the same one. The remakes came out on Xbox too. It just doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that seems like a weird reason to get it to use a controller. Like if it works, it works. No, it's not even like it's showing the wrong buttons because I played it on the no. I actually did. Was I a Resident Evil keyboard and mouse player? I think I was because I had to aim. Sometimes frugal products got insane build quality. Yeah, it's not about like the price, right? It's about like sometimes a cheaper product has just as good of a build quality. You know what I mean? Something stuck in the fan. I have no idea. They just sent it back. Rare Nintendo W. I mean, it's still under warranty. Like I just got it. I think they do fix like the Switches do have like a year warranty or something. So if something is wrong with it, then most of the time, unless it's like your fault, they probably will fix it. That'd be sad because those are so cute. I know. I mean, like the Switch itself, like without the Joy-Cons, it's not really like a big deal. It does have like that engraving on the back, but like I didn't really look at that much, honestly. I think the main thing is the dock and the Joy-Con colors. But not being able to play Wii games is a crime though, because the Wii is supposed to be like the spiritual successor to the Wii. Yeah, but then the Wii games were not made with that controller in mind, so unless the people who made the games go and like make a Wii U version, it's probably not going to be compatible. But yeah, it's definitely a missed opportunity for them to do that. That's the only reason that I got the Animal Crossing one. You like the Joy-Con color? I know, because like I don't like the default Switch. I mean, I've talked about this a lot, but like I was on the fence about getting a Switch for a very long time. Because I played a bunch of Switch games, like not all mine. Um, but I really enjoyed them. And then when the Animal Crossing Switch came out, I finally pulled the trigger because I was like, oh, this is very cute. You've been playing Resident Evil since 1996 on PS1 Fat. Are you really that attached to the controller? I don't understand this. I will, you know what? If it means that much to you, go for it. Go for it. Don't want me to send you one of my controllers that are half broken? And then you'll be like, oh man, the snap back on this. Like you turn Leon one way and then it snaps back and then you turns back the other way. You'll love it. You're boycotting Sony though? Why don't you just get like a knockoff one? Just get like a get an 8-bit dough. Actually, I don't know if they have the place. They might. We're just 8-bit dough shills here. I've had one for 3 days. And I've used it like one time. I need to I mean, I did the Imaginarium on the 8-bit dough controller, but the real test of the controller is to do Stygian. If I spend 6 hours resetting the Stygian boss, going like then that's the that I know. I was like feeling a lot slower on this controller though, playing Genshin. But I don't know if I think it's just maybe just getting used to the controller because I used the PlayStation one for so long. Because when I was swapping between characters, you use the D-pad, and it felt a bit slow. So I was like, you know what? If there's a delay, I cannot do it. Um, the ping is very important in Genshin, and the ping with the controller is also um if there's any delay with the controller, then it will cause problems. We're very hardcore about this on Genshin. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It will it will be back around in like a week or two. A Razer PlayStation style controller? You could. You could. But yeah, I'll if I have any problems with the controller, I will let you guys know. But so far it's okay. Seems seems fine. Seems like a normal controller. I feel like a controller is like you're never gonna be like, wow, this is the best controller I've ever used. Like either it's like working as intended or you have a problem with it. You know what I mean? Like there's never gonna be like a I don't know. Maybe there is, but like no one's ever like, oh my god, this controller is life changing. This is so much better than every other controller, you know? I mean, you said it was cheap. Yeah, it was like 35 Canadian. Hopefully the controller will work well. I hope so too. And welcome in Arcane. Does someone say solo? You have arrived. You're not that late. Don't worry about it. Are you feeling slow these days? I would say I'm a fairly slow person. I think if I tried to run like a sprint, I don't think I would be that fast. I think when I haven't ran like that since I was in school, but I was not that fast in school. I think I can't help that. I think it's like the shorter you are, probably the slower you run, right? Because you have like shorter strides. But I'm sure there's a running technique that can help you run faster, you know? You can just tell by the way someone runs if they're like gonna be fast or not. And I don't think I am. Yes, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, I started playing I decided I'm gonna take a little break from TFT before the next set because I think I'm like super burnt out because I literally played TFT nonstop for like the last 7 months. So I was like, you know what? I'll take a little break, and I started playing Dave the Diver finally. I haven't gotten like super into it though because like I just played like an hour, maybe like 40, no, like 45 minutes yesterday, and it seems like a cute game, but I didn't get like super into it yet. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like maybe it's a little too chill, but maybe it gets more intense later. Cause like for me, I need like with that kind of game, I want it to be like, oh, there's like a bunch of things you need to do, and then you need to um, you need to be very. It's like resource management, like time management and stuff like that. But right now, it seems very laid back. But I just started. In Wakamin Coop, reading well today. What is this song? It's Wicked Love by Yena. Actually, I'll just send you the YouTube link. Wicked Love. I love this one actually. I'm not a huge Yena fan, unlike um some other some other people. We have a lot of Yena fans in the chat actually. I'm not a huge fan of her other songs as much. She's more of like she makes more like J-pop style songs, but this one it's like very Britney Spears vibe. If you watch the music video, it's so great as well. And I love the choreo. The choreo. She has all female dancers, and then she takes off one of their shirts. She's like they're wearing something underneath, but like she takes off one of their shirts. It's very um it's a very great choreo. um are you skyrimming tomorrow? Yes. Skyrimming sounds crazy. We're playing Skyrim. Um I it's been like 2 weeks since I played Skyrim. We made it to the wizard guys. I went to the wizard guys. Some giant troll was chasing me, and he followed me into the wizard cave. But the wizards killed him for me, so I was like, thank you. I'm all about getting other people to fight my battles in Skyrim. Because the combat, no offense, kind of sucks. So, especially the melee combat is very bad. Um, so then, I always have other people try to fight them for me, including random civilians. And I'm supposed to be like the hero, but you know, heroes gotta slack off sometimes too. I guess we'll see. My goal right now is to buy the house. I really want to buy the house in the town, but you need $5,000, and I'm very poor, so I've started stealing. I started stealing, um, and then I'm still not close, so I'll get there. I'll get there. Skyrim is for real LARPers. It's very LARPy, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of like I'm not a huge fan of fantasy settings, but I can enjoy a game that has a fantasy setting if the rest of the game is like making up for it. You know, like I don't like the setting of Baldur's Gate. Like I'm like I don't really care about like the monsters and the whatever the hell is going on. But I love the characters and I like the combat. So I really like Baldur's Gate, but in Elden Ring, I just like the combat. I don't really like the world. Zelda. Yeah, but like Zelda, I like that kind of. Okay, actually, I should divide the fantasies because like I don't like the really like gray medieval fantasy. You know what I mean? And then well, Zelda is more like bright colors and like like Zelda and Genshin kind of fall into that. Yeah, it's like cartoon fantasy. Welcome in Red. It's more like I don't know. I don't watch enough fantasy stuff to like describe it properly, but like yeah, there's like bright fantasy and then there's like dark fantasy. You know what I mean? But I like the bright fantasy where it's like cute and magical. And I don't mind the magic in that one. But then there's like the other type of fantasy. Yeah, like Game of Thrones, D&D, like that kind of fantasy where there's like, oh, okay, guys, there's a lot of racial tension. Everyone hates goblins. Everyone's very racist towards um the drow or whatever. I'm like, I don't really want this part. But yeah, I don't like Game of Thrones is too dark for me. I tried watching it because I knew it was very, very popular for a while, but it's too dark. And Link is the best. I like Zelda. More of a Zelda fan. I think medieval fantasy was a good description. Yeah, like you know what I mean, right? Like the gray castle, you know, with the that kind of architecture. Um, not a huge fan of that. I think it kind of depends. Do you like low fantasy? I don't know what that is. What is low fantasy? Okay, for me, I think the main thing also is like one, it's a aesthetic, like I just said, right? Like the color palette, the brightness, the darkness, that kind of thing. But the other thing is more like a lot of fantasy and sci-fi stories tend to focus more on world building versus characters, right? Like go a lot in on the world building and it's like very in depth and stuff like that. But I really do not care about that. And for me, that's not very like compelling in like a show or a movie or something like that. So that's why the depths is low fantasy. It's very low into the ground. You're right. And welcome in, Angel. How are you? Speaking of Yenna fans, there's one. There's also like modern fantasy, which is really cool. What is modern fantasy? That sounds something I would like. I like modern settings. It's like isekai. So Harry Potter is considered low fantasy. The human world exists, but so does the other world. Oh, that's the same thing as Ernie is saying. Knights in armor with iPhones. Yeah, knights in armor with iPhones. I don't know. Do you have another example, but like without Harry Potter? Because I don't feel strongly about Harry Potter. Like urban settings by fairies and stuff. That doesn't really appeal to me. I don't know. I think I just don't really. I don't really. I think I prefer. I prefer modern settings. Twilight is low fantasy. You're right. Modern setting, but there's vampires. Nature doesn't LARP. Yeah, I think it just like if you were like for me, because like you guys know my favorite types of movies are coming of age films. Like my favorite movie, I like Clueless. I like um I like Good Will Hunting. I like My Girl. I like those kind of movies where it's just like there's not really like a plot. It's more like just about the characters and their development. The technical term is urban fantasy. Yeah, I think that doesn't really appeal to me, but if it's like a good story, then I can look past the setting. And welcome in Spot. Thank you. This is a new shirt, sort of. I wore it once on the stream already. Um, High fantasy is like Zelda, Berserk, Game of Thrones, Dark Souls. I don't know what Berserk is, but yeah, Dark Souls. I got you. I got you. Your favorite movie is Erased. Erased is a show. Come on. Are you a real weeb? Actually, maybe it's a movie as well. I don't think if there's a movie, I haven't seen it. There was an anime show and then there was a live action show. The live action show was mostly okay, but the child actors were not great, which which kind of soured it a little bit, but it wasn't bad. I watched it with my mom. There was books I read a lot as a young adult that were fantasy about modern day style. Your brain is kind of mushy today, so you're struggling to this guy. It's okay. It's okay. Um, yeah, I know you like fantasy. Just for me, like, I think it just I think there has to be other things appealing to me. Like, if you just told me like, "Hey, let's watch this movie. It's fantasy," I'd be like, "Okay." Like, I don't really care. But it could be a good movie. I might enjoy it. I bought a bottled frappuccino and put it on the black backpack. And when I placed it on the floor, the bottle shattered. Oh no! Are you sure you placed it on the floor, or did you like drop it on the floor? um, you love the live action one? Yeah, no, I think the live action one's pretty good. I think it's quite enjoyable, and also, I'll just like I was saying, the child acting was not the best. You have a mocha frappuccino flavored backpack? Oh, no. Yeah, you might have to, like, fully wash that. The resident fantasy expert, I figured I would pipe in, of course, of course. Yeah, what's everyone's favorite settings of of media? Because like, for me, like I said, I think it's just a modern setting. If you give me, like, I'm not nostalgic to the 90s by any means, but, like, if you give me, like, a 90s or 80s setting movie, I do like those as well. Um, but if it's, like, a modern day, that's fine as well. Shrek is high fantasy. Don't bring up Shrek, Arcane. Don't bring up Shrek, because I haven't seen it, and then everyone flames me for not having seen Shrek. But I watched Harry Potter finally, so at least I've seen Harry Potter. I placed it, the bottle just overreacted. Ooh, that's unlucky. Maybe it was already cracked or something like that. Y2K is your favorite? Like Mean Girls is Y2K, you know? Like Y2K is like early 2000s. Mean Girls classic. um, what else? Oh, Matrix. Yeah, Matrix is Y2K. And Welcome in Monkey. Okay. じゃあ、モンキーのために日本語を喋ります。みんな映画と映画とテレビ番組をお話ししてるけど、日本語で、うーん、子供の時は結構ドラマとか、お母さんとドラマとか見てたけど、今見たらいいかどうかわからないと思う。なんか子供の時に好きなドラマは結構あったけど、最近はあんまり、Netflix とかにあんまり日本のドラマがないから、あんまり見てない？して、ちょっと見ようと思ったけど、うん、あんまりいまいちなドラマがあって、ここからあんまり見てない。Um, just chilling to have Kovaris's grandpa's birthday party. Ooh. I like his grandpa, but it's a lot of family time. Oh. Do you see them often though? I think for me it's like it's nice once in a while. But then like for I guess it's hard, like it's different for me because like I only see my family like once a year, but in like a very concentrated period of time. Um so it's like nice at that time because it's been so long. But maybe I feel differently if I saw them every week. Y2K was more futuristic than we are today, true. And welcome in Amamiya. Hope you're doing well today. Um, you got Netflix, something Japanese drama. Yeah. You got the katakana words. All the clear electronics and stuff take me back. Hey, you can still get those. We have been seeing them more since they moved into a home in the same city as us. Oh, okay, nice. Um, how old is he turning? Kvars's grandpa. My grandpa is 91? I think he's 91. He's very old. I can't remember how old my grandma is. She's definitely like late 80s. Um, hey, Nihon is kanji. Okay, you're right. You're right. Sorry. 88 on 8/8. Ooh, 88 is like a big birthday in Japan. They call it beiju or beiji, something like that. And it's like one of the big birthdays. So you could tell him that. 91. I know he's old, but his mom lived till 99, I believe. So a lot of long living people in the family. Japan, you know. That's how Kabar's told me. Hey, that's fun birthday. 8888. 8 is your favorite number? Why? What's so good about 8? Don't give weeb any trivia. Hey, but this is like actually this is not weeby trivia. This is like cultural trivia. You know what I mean? And welcome in Harris. Hope you're doing well today. You still got 100 years. I know. My great uncle, I think that's what he is. My great uncle, he lived till 102 or 103. Lived very long, and he was very lucid till the end. Like he was like he was still like mentally sound. You know what I mean? Pretty good. Your great grandma lived till 94. That's not bad. Your grandma turns 92 in March. Let's go. Um, your granddad is 91 as well. He found out last week he hasn't seen any of my texts in months because of some bug with iPhone Android, but we solved it. So you were just texting him and he just like never replied. That's funny. It's impressive he can still use the phone though. My grandpa used to use the iPad a lot, but I think he doesn't really use it now. Your grandparents for the most part weren't as lucky. Yeah. Like, my grandparents on my dad's side are already dead, like a while ago. But my grandparents on my mom's side, so maybe there is something to be said about like Japanese people, like people in Japan live a long time, but maybe like Japanese people outside of Japan don't live a long time because it's like maybe it's like diet, could be like diet related. She's recovering from a broken hip and doing great. I'm convinced she's gonna bury me. She might. She might. Your grandpa doesn't speak to me. Oh no. I'm sorry. You're down to one grandma in your family. I don't remember how old she is. You gotta ask. um, your grandma lived to 97, but she fed us like she was trying to give us diabetes, and she never ate. Be putting a gallon of sugar in the Kool-Aid. Oh my god, my great grandma who lived a long time, she was like a heavy smoker apparently. I didn't really know her that well, but like apparently she was a crazy heavy smoker. 98 or 99. Um, it's very. I guess it's, obviously smoking is not good for your health, but it could be a toss up either way. You could be the healthiest person ever and you could still die early, or you could be the unhealthiest person and live a long time. um she's the one I'm least close to. Fair, fair. But hope she's doing well. Yeah, I don't talk to my grandparents now because they no longer have like a cell phone. Because my grandpa kept falling for scams. He's very um he's very superstitious. So he would be like, "Oh, I need to buy this like." It would usually be like stuff that's like obviously not real, like so they're no longer allowed um internet access. I just gotta see him when I'm there. And I think like he's forgotten how to use the iPad. Like I think he used to be a lot better using the iPad. He was actually very good. He would send me like iMessages and he would even use emojis and stuff like that. He used Line, which is like the Japanese WhatsApp. Um, but then after a while, he just like was not very good at using it. But he just wanted the elixir of life. Honestly, yeah. Just a matter of time before I fall for scams myself. Well, one day. Your grandpa has to support the lonely women over overseas, or who else? Okay, he's not falling for that kind of scam. He's still married to my grandma. They're in the same senior home. And it's a very nice senior home. I don't think my grandma's allowed a phone, but she's in memory care, so it's probably for the best. I remember when she got mad when they took away her kitchen. It was like grandma almost burned it down. Oh my god, my grandpa. Like obviously, like grandparents, they want to live at home, right? Which I understand. But like my grandpa, by the end, my grandma went into the senior home first, and my grandpa stayed outside by himself. And one, he's from the generation where men did not do any housework, right? So he didn't know how to do anything. Um, but like one, it was already bad because of that. And then two, he kept leaving the stove on. they had to like put this like alarm on like the stove has some sort of alarm where it's like if it's like kept on, it'll start beeping. But then he like can't hear the beeping because he's like really hard of hearing. And we would be like FaceTiming him when he's at home, and we'd be like, "Grandpa, what's that beeping? Like, wait, there's like this really loud alarm going off. Like, what is that?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to leave. I forgot to turn off the stove again. It happens like every day." I'm like, "Oh my god." Actually gonna burn it down. So yeah, it was yeah, he should not have been at home. But he loved being at home, man. He would drink shochu, which is Japanese whiskey, and watch sumo wrestling. And apparently he was like really loud because like he couldn't hear the TV, so he like turned it up, like he cranked it up, the sumo wrestling, and then he would be like cheering on the TV. So he was having a great life. He was very sad when they put him in the home because like he's no longer allowed to drink. Which he probably should not have been drinking, but he was enjoying it. My grandma has a phone, and from time to time, I receive a selfie of her forehead or chin. It's nice. Well, nice to know that she's thinking of you. Taking away at grandma's kitchen sounds like a cat. I know. I do miss my grandma's cooking. She was an amazing cook. She made everything from scratch. Um, it was for the best. Yeah, honestly, it's terrifying. The wild thing to me was she fooled the home at first. I didn't realize how much she needed memory care. That's fair. That's fair. She still got it. Um, absolutely baller lifestyle. I know. He was living it up. He was like, I guess like no wife at home, gonna get drunk and just watch sumo wrestling, like crazy. Um, he loved drinking, man. He loved shochu. He was very sad that neither me or my brother were like into drinking, so like we didn't really want to drink shochu with him. Which I don't really like it. It's like just drinking. It's like I think it's vodka or whiskey. It's like just straight up. I'm like, I don't want to drink this. They managed to figure out after a few months, but the fact that she wasn't initially is wild to me. She didn't memory care my entire life. Yeah, that's crazy. How did she fool them? After my grandmother went to the home for a while, my granddad was home alone. He fell and broke his hip, and then thought, oh, it'll be fine. And then went to bed, and they had to call an ambulance the next day, and they needed firefighters to smash the window because he couldn't walk through the door. Is he living at home by himself now, or did he, um, is he in care? Who's a big chef in the family? Well, my grandma, because like I said, my grandpa could not cook at all. Cause like their generation also take care, Ricky. Remember 2 hours from now? Okay. Um, but yeah, like my grandparents are from a generation where like my grandma did all the house stuff, right? My grandpa didn't lift a finger. I'm like, man, I'm so glad times have changed. Imagine like he gets home from work, she cooks for him, and she like serves him. And then like he brings home like coworkers, and they have like business meetings or like whatever, networking, whatever. And then like she has to serve them all like a waitress. I'm like, I would not survive in the 1960s. Like literally, I would not survive. I would not be putting up with that. Whiskey is gross. Yes, no, I don't really like drinking hard liquor straight up. He's in a care home now. Okay, that's good. That's good. As much as it's like sad that like obviously they don't want to be there, but it's so much peace of mind, is it not? Because like I was so worried about my grandpa because he would also fall down a lot. He was like very unsteady, and he'd be like falling down all the time. And he'd be like, oh no, I'm fine. Like I'll be living at home. We're like, no, do not live at home. You would do that too. It's fine. It's fine. But surely, like if you broke your hip, it would be really painful. You feel that the other day you laid down wrong and couldn't get up. Had to call your wife at work because your body refused to stand. Oh my god. The other day? Are you okay now? You're 29. Wait, so what happened? Did you like pull something? So Guevara's grandparents moved into a home earlier this year. They have separate rooms because his grandma needs memory care, but his grandpa doesn't. And it's the cutest thing because she will ask if they're staying at his place or hers. Aw, that's cute. Yeah, my grandparents have separate rooms too. I think that's normal for care facilities. I don't think people really share rooms. Um, yeah, they can like visit each other. Just gotta sleep it off sometimes. Depends what it is. I don't think you can sleep off a broken hip. Have you streamed This and That by Stray Kids? Welcome in Blade. I have not. I don't really follow Stray Kids. That's how you spice it up. They're dating again. Your grandma and granddad had separate rooms too. Your grandma had dementia. I see. I've been to my grandparents' care home and everyone has separate rooms. But like they're not like separated. They're not like separated by like who has dementia and who doesn't. I think in Japan, like the care homes themselves have like different tiers where it's like, oh, like this is like really hands-on care. This is like less hands-on care, stuff like that. But I think my grandparents they're not exactly at the same level of care, but I think they're okay to get put together. Whenever I lay on my couch, it's like a nerve in my spine just feels so much pain. I just slug my way off and figure out how to get up. It's the only couch that does this to me. You've learned this lesson. Also, just the way you're sitting. Have you been to the like? I guess you went to the. Did you go to the doctor? Yeah, I would get rid of that sofa if it's doing that to you. That's crazy. But sofas are expensive. So if it's something in your back, then maybe you should fix your back instead of burn the sofa. Every once in a while, you get real sprain. You don't realize I'm back on it. You just tug off it. Have you been to the doctor about this? Maybe you should. Or maybe put a sign on the sofa like, "Hey, don't lay there." I don't know. I feel like that's not normal, and maybe you should get that checked out. Um, maybe it just hasn't healed or something. I'm not sure. I still like my sofa. I plan to. I have the urge to furniture shop again though. But my house is pretty much furnished. It could do with some more decorations, I think, because only this room really is fully decorated. I don't know what else I would need though. I mean, I do want to like redo my desk setup like on this side. Um, because I only brought this desk here temporarily, and I was like, I'm gonna get a new desk, but it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months, and I have not got a new desk. But I do want to, and I want to have like a really cute aesthetic desk. You know what I mean? But that's a lot of work, so I have not done that. But I think that would make me very happy because I spend, I would say about 60 hours a week at this desk. So I probably should make it nice. My PC looks nice, but the desk itself, no. So I wanna slowly work towards that. I think, but I got a new TV stand and for the new TV, and the new TV stand is very cute because I didn't like my old one. It was like some random IKEA one. Um, so yeah, I want to slowly replace all my furniture with like nice furniture, you know? I'm gotten really bougie with it. I think like not everything needs to be like really expensive because like for example like solid wood furniture is really expensive. So like something with like a TV stand where you're not going to be like sitting on it or like using it heavily like the TV just basically like sits on it. That kind of stuff can be cheap. Um, but like yeah, like the bed and the sofa for example, I think worth getting something more high quality. You really like your work desk, which is good because it's where I spend 40 plus hours a week with your spider friends. And your gaming desk is the same. Yeah, I mean, I use the same desk for everything. I don't have a lot of space for double desks. Do the spiders appreciate it too, Ernie? No, I want like a really aesthetic desk. You know what I mean? Like you ever see those battle stations on online? And it's like everything is color coordinated. There's like lots of cute decorations and everything. Like I want that. I really want that, but I haven't done that. But let's be real, like all those really, really cute things that you see online are really hard to achieve. Like for example, like I was looking at like, oh, like how do people have their TV set up? And the way they have to like manage the cables for it to be like so nice. And they have to like drill into the wall to make sure like they put like lights beside it, but then like the lights have to be like wired into the wall so you can't see the cable. And it's not very realistic for the average person, and especially as someone who's renting. Um, not possible. But oh my god, when I buy a place, I'm gonna go crazy. Like someone, you guys need to stop me, or I just need to like budget. Like I'm like, okay, I buy a house, and then I I don't know. I don't know what's a reasonable furniture budget, but like I'm gonna go crazy. So please don't be alarmed. Please don't be alarmed. If I have like many rooms to decorate, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be spending way too much money on furniture. But I'm like super into that these days. Like I watch so much like interior decorating content and stuff. I need to relax a bit. Um, your office is definitely more spider free. The spider thing is gonna haunt me for life. Yes. Um, just buy a house and have nothing in it. That'd be sick. No, 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 no. Buy a house. Drop like way too much money on furniture. Welcome back, Maestro. The single man care package for real. Chicano's gonna be like that guy with like the TV on the floor. TV on the floor. He just has like one like lawn chair that he like games at. And then like just like he has like one fork and like one plate. And welcome in Lee. Thank you so much for the 41 month. Hope you're doing well today. Next month you're touching grass. You're headed to Mexico. Enjoy. I hope you have a great time. I'm going to Japan next month. Are you visiting? Do you have family in Mexico? I can't remember. I think you do, right? You prefer your house with stuff? Yeah, I don't want like too much stuff. I don't want too much stuff, but I want some. I want a decent amount of stuff. When it's time to move is the best. True. True. Okay. Yeah. I will say, if you live like that, moving is probably really easy. Um, but for me, actually, I got rid of like almost everything. Not almost everything, but like, I got rid of like a lot of stuff when I moved. Cause like the place I moved from was like my first apartment. Um, so I was like, you know what? I was there for I was there for like a little over like 3.5 years, basically. And at that point, I'm like, I was like, you know what? I think I'm at the point in my life where I'm ready to get some furniture that I think I will keep for a while. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. But then, I realized furniture is really expensive. That's when I had that culture shock moment of being like, oh my god, like a solid wood shelf is like $1,000. Or that's like the cheapest one. That's like the cheapest one, $1,000. And then like I was like, oh my god, maybe I don't want that. So I did end up still buying some stuff from IKEA, but I think that's fine. Like not everything needs to be like the most high quality, right? Like I think um there's a gradient there. Condo, PC setup, and a Porsche, I'd be happy. You do you, man. As long as you're happy. Though I agree, I have too much stuff. Empty house feels unlived in. Yeah, like when you showed me your house the first time, you were like, "Oh yeah, here's all our like stand mixers and our blenders." I was like, "Why do you have all this stuff?" Like, you should have maybe decluttered. You should have been more harsh with the decluttering when you moved. That's the best time to do it. Then you have less stuff to move. You and me are hoarders. Okay, no, Ernie has more stuff than me. You do regret owning so many things when you move. You only realize how much stuff you own until you have to pack it all up, and you're like, "Oh my god, like I actually have so much stuff." Um, the kitchen stuff is useful. You have roommates who also had things. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You still have those roommates? With the roommates thing, that makes sense because like you'd have like two of everything, right? Like you. you're not gonna like split custody with your roommates. Actually, maybe you do. I don't know. I guess you have to split some things. But that makes sense. It's not like you're married to them. You also used to do air mattresses when you're alone. Your wife bought a king size purple mattress and it weighs so much, but it's also floppy. I hate it so much. Wait, what? It's floppy? And you hate it? No springs? It's like I'm trying to move heavy jello. Wait, what is it? It's like a water bed? Or I mean, is it memory foam? I don't really like the fully foam mattresses personally. I like the one I have now is the mattress I have now is like a hybrid mattress. It's like it has springs but also foam on the top. It's not like fully springs because I don't like fully springs either because like the springs dig into you. I don't like that. But like it's like partly it has springs but also has the foam. Um, you only own one of each appliance that I have. I see. Oh, and your roommate moved out a few years ago. Nice. I mean, I'm sure you liked your roommate, but also having your own place is nice. It feels like a waterbed, but it's like a movable grid. Hard to explain. Did you not test the mattress before your wife bought it? Because surely if you also have to sleep in it, it's like a joint decision, right? Like you both go to the mattress store and lie on the mattress and decide together. Or did she just make a unilateral decision to get a floppy mattress? It was a complicated feeling. You like it just being me and Kobars, but sometimes I miss having other friends here. Yeah, I guess it's like a different new stage in your life. But yeah, so I've never had roommates, so I would I wouldn't know. Actually, unless you count my dorm, I shared a bathroom with someone, but we had our own rooms. Yeah, when I first moved out, I was gonna move out with a friend, and then I kind of ditched her, and I was like, sorry, I kind of want to move out by myself, which I felt bad. But it ended up working out in the long run because like a little while after that, she ended up moving in with their boyfriend, and now they're married. They got married last weekend. So you know what? I was not holding them back. You know what I mean? Like they moved in together. And if she had been living with me, she would not have been able to do that at that time period. You know what I mean? So, and I think me and my friend, we would have fought. I love her. I love her. She's like, but like we grew up together, so we're like basically siblings. I think we would have fought. You just had roommates of some kind. Technically, still deal with a husband. I mean, I don't think a partner is a roommate. It's not the same thing, right? Like the dynamic is very different. Um, but yeah, I I mean, I feel like it's like a privilege, I guess, to live alone, but it depends on how you feel. Like I think I'm sure there's some people out there who would prefer to have roommates, but obviously like most people now have most people now have roommates cuz like they cannot afford to live by themselves, right? But I had like a really tiny apartment. You can drink mocktails. I love mocktails actually, but they're always like super expensive. Like I do it if it's like an occasion, it's like it would it's like nice to have a drink in that moment, but like I don't usually order them. I'm like a water only at restaurants. But if I'm going somewhere just to have like a drink of something, then I will get a drink, obviously. Um you always like having people around. I don't. I like my own space. Um they're the more prevalently in restaurants now, which makes me happy. I think like every restaurant here has them. Or you could even just ask, right? Like if they don't have it mocktails, you could just I'm sure like they would be happy to make a drink without the alcohol in it. I'm a big fan of those cheese platters at parties. I don't know. I haven't been to a party since I was like in high school. Dude, what do they have? Like chips, I guess? I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of parties. It's a little treat and help with the sobriety. Fair, fair. I think most I mean, I don't think here okay, maybe I'm not, like, super tuned in, but, like, I think, like, um, I've never experienced I've never experienced anyone being like, "Oh, why aren't you drinking?" or, like, pressuring me into drinking. You know what I mean? Like, every time I've been out with people and they're drinking and then, they're like, "Oh, do you want this?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I don't drink." And, like, no one has ever questioned it. Everyone's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, do you want, like, a soda or something?" Um, so I think maybe, like, feeling pressured to drink or, like, drinking being the norm, I think has, like, kinda, like it's very outdated, no? Like, it's kinda died out now with, like, the current generation, I would say, like, it's not abnormal. 'Cause I heard, like, sometimes you hear about, like, oh, like, if you don't drink, then, like, people will, like, ask you why and be like, "Oh, are you pregnant?" Like, or, like, whatever. But, like, yeah, no one has ever questioned it. Um, like, with dips and crackers and cheese, fire. You can make that at home, man. I know you're not going to a party these days, Chicano. The last birthday party I went to was the nerdiest party. It was a bunch of nerds playing Magic the Gathering. That sounds very nerdy, yeah. I get less questions when I refuse a drink these days, but when I first stopped oh, but that's probably different, right? Like, that's probably different because like, they knew you as someone who does drink, and then if you suddenly stop drinking, they'll be like do you get people with everyone asking if you're pregnant? I feel like that must be the first question you get asked, right? Like, they're like, "Oh, you used to drink, but you don't anymore." Like, I feel like that's when people would ask. Like, if I would never ask personally, but, like, I could see that where it's like, if you have a friend who, like, was always heavily drinking and then they suddenly didn't drink, you might be like, "Oh, they're not drinking." Lots of, "Are you pregnant?" I knew it. I knew it. I wish I'd grown up with people not pressuring me to drink. Really? Maybe it's, like, cultural too. Cause I know, like, in the UK, like, drinking is more it's more of a drinking culture, right? Um, Here, I don't think we really have that. I think in Vancouver, people are pretty health conscious. I think that's also probably a reason as well. Like, no one's going to the pub and, like we don't have pubs, but, like, no one's going to the bar and, like, drinking a ton of beer every night. Or, like, people are, but, like, it's not, like, the norm. You'll probably get more questions if you say, "I don't like hiking." If you said, "I don't like hiking," everyone would be like, "What? No, you gotta try this hike." That's Vancouver's version of that. Um You're done drinking, you're health maxing? Yeah, drinking is I mean, obviously nothing wrong with a drink every once in a while, but it's definitely not good for your health. But, everyone has um the things they like. As long as it's in moderation, it's all good. We used to have this sick barcade in your hood called AFK Tavern, and all the drinks are named after JRPGs. Wait, that sounds kinda cool, actually. Um, the best kind of party, the Magic the Gathering. Like, bro, I don't know what you left well enough to dive into that. People are so nosy, last time I drank, it was while playing Magic. Bunch of nerds in the chat. It's just a party activity. Right, right. I guess yeah, people like to drink while playing Magic the Gathering. Do people drink while playing D&D? Or is there like too much to keep track? But Magic the Gathering is also very um Magic the Gathering is also very complicated, no? The Magical Arbor Sunset. You gotta join in. You gotta get a deck of magic cards and join in. I'm sure you'd have fun. I don't know if I could get into that. I'm really not a card game person, I think. Um, I think like what am I trying to like I like TFT, but TFT is not really a card game. But honestly, I never expected to like TFT because it's a strategy game. But I think what I like about it is like the resource management, like the optimizing. You guys know I'm really into that. Because like TFT has less of the thing I don't like about strategy games is like, oh, what is the other person gonna do? We have to like predict what they're gonna do. And like in TFT, there's not really a lot of that. At least I don't really do a lot of that. There is some sort of like you can like look at most of the time you don't actually know who your opponent is gonna be. Um, at the end, there is kind of like a back and forth kind of thing where you're like one on one and you're like trying to outposition the other person or whatever, or like see what they're trying to do and like um you know, see what they're gonna do and then like try to like block them or whatever. There is a little bit of that, but it's not really like I really don't like where it's like chess, where it's like, oh, you gotta think like, okay, if they do this and then I do this and then they do this and then I do this and then you know what I mean? Like that for me, it's like I find that really annoying. Um, and I think I just don't like thinking about what other people are gonna do. I'm like I want to focus on me and myself. I'm very full of myself. I just want to only think about myself. I do not want to think about what the other person is thinking. Like like with TFD, it's not really like you're predicting what they're thinking. It's more just like, oh, I can see that they're going for this. You know, it's pretty like it's pretty clear. Like it's not like you have to like think 3 moves ahead of them. Anytime I've been around a LARPer, it's been pleasant. They're nice. You're such a LARPer hater, and now you're changing your tune. Um. Anyway, you're going to Mexico because they have their Independence Day in September. So everyone gets to celebrate for fireworks and etc. It gets amazing from what I'm hearing. Oh, I hope you have a great time. Take some photos. I know you will, but share the photos. They could hit up the deodorant a bit more often. Other than that, they're cool. You could say that about the fighting game community too. Can you explain my level 4ness to Zirconian? Being a weeb is not mutually exclusive from being a LARPer, actually, because Ernie is both. So there's no, that doesn't stop you. Doesn't help. I thought you're level 3, not level 4. What was level 4 again? Only Smash Bros. Communities like that. Street Fighter is nice and clean. Are you sure? I don't think we defined level 4. Did we? I can't remember. I thought level 4 was only on the racist side. So I just stopped calling it the racist side. But it's kind of true. Oh yeah, there's only level 3. Level 3 of Media Branch, only one of those. Um level 4 is like yeah, level 4 is like Japanese fetishist. Level 4 is racist. Yeah, there's like 2 branches, right? There's like the side of just like there's like the media branch and the Japan the country branch. Level 4 is like creepy. Yeah, it's like um has wrong or generalized expectations about Japanese people and what they're like, and wants to date a Japanese person specifically because they're Japanese. So that you do not want to be on that side. So there is no level 4 of the media branch, but you can invent one if you would like. If you come up with something that could go on there, then but I don't think you can go farther than watches anime with extreme fan service or degenerate content. Uses anime words in day-to-day conversations like nani, baka, or senpai. Heavily invested in Vocaloid VTubers or idol groups. Follows their news or spends a lot of time, money, or is emotionally invested. Has a lot of anime merchandise like multiple figurines or any number of body pillows. Is willing to travel to anime conventions and prioritize attending. Like, how do you go past that? Like, number 4, like married to Hatsune Miku? I guess so. That would be higher. Like, dedicates your entire life to 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 anime. I don't know. Level 4 media branches. Watch Prison. Oh, Prison School's level 3. I put it under degenerate content. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, the Prison School is level 2. Prison School. And level 4. Wait, these are just the ones that you guys told me about. I don't know these ones. Harem Anime or High School of the Dead. High School DxD. Why are they all high school? Why is degenerate content all including underage people? Yeah, okay. It belongs in that tier. Food Wars Dress Up Darling. If you know what those are and have seen them, I don't know what to say to you. You gotta check yourself. Why is it so degenerate in high school? What is going on? All about Chain Smoker Cat. What level is Chain Smoker Cat? I did not rank that one. You can rank it yourself. 3? You think Chainsmoker Cat is on the level of those animes I just said? I don't know. Is Chainsmoker Cat underage? That's also a factor, I think. Like if Chainsmoker Cat, if they're underage, that's also weird. 4 is too extreme. Even I would throw a no weaves a lot. I mean, 4 would be banned. Like that's what I'm saying. Like level 4, if someone came in, they're like, "Oh my god, you're a Japanese girl. Will you like I've been wanting to marry a Japanese girl my whole life. Um whatever. Like come can you come live with me and cook me rice and green tea?" I would ban them. The weebs aren't creating these shows, so I don't know what happens in Japanese high schools. Wait, what? The weebs aren't creating these shows. I mean, yeah, they aren't. They aren't. Japanese people are creating the shows. You don't know what happens in Japanese high school. Definitely not whatever's happening in that. I don't know what it is, but if they're saying degenerate content in high school, in Japanese high school, they're studying very hard. He's playing the Japanese, not the weebs. I mean, true, they made those. They made those, but I don't think, you know, like, I mean, they have their own problem. They're not on my weeb chart. They have their own stuff going on. We have to assign blame properly. Yeah, but like, still watching it is bad. She's in her 20s, I believe. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. They create it to curate to weebs to get no, they're creating it for the degenerate Japanese population. Like, sorry, the yeah, like not Japan in general is degenerate, but like the specific population of Japanese degenerates. Maybe it's a marketing ploy. I don't think any anime is made specifically for weebs. I think it's always made for like what am I trying to say? The local, not local, but like you know what I mean? It's made for Japanese people. Um, but yeah, so I don't. That's honestly my main problem with anime. It's like some of the tropes. Like I know like if you watch anime like regularly and you're like really used to watching anime that um like the tropes become like normalized, but like especially someone who hasn't watched a lot of anime, like it's really hard to watch. Like it's like the sexualizing characters who are minors or look like minors, but they're like secretly they're 500 years old, like that kind of thing. Like the super fan servicey stuff, like the treatment of the female characters, like that kind of stuff. I don't know. I cannot. It's hard. I know like there's animes without that. Um, and like I'm sure I would enjoy those. Um, like I've watched some animes and they don't have those things and those are enjoyable, but like you have to admit that there is a lot of like weirdness around around that kind of stuff in anime quite often. Nosebleed guys, 10 years old, but actually 500. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Like that kind of thing. It is like a very common thing in anime, right? Um, and I'm sure there's many anime fans out there who like don't like it, but that is like a big part of a lot of animes. Is it anime or animes? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, I was read I actually just like randomly came across this Reddit thread that was like, oh, what would you do if you let's say you were dating someone and they invited you over to their house, okay? And you go to their house and it's full of anime figurines. I know a lot of you guys are weird and you'd be okay with it, but like, what is the level where you would be like, you know what, I'm out? like, like if they have like let's say a scale, like one anime figurine, probably okay. For me, probably not. But like for most people, I'm sure that's fine. Um, but to the scale of house covered in anime figurines, probably a bit too far, right? And then also having lewd, like really lewd figurines, naked figurines in public areas of their house. Surely that's like even if you're like okay with those, like the judgment required, the lack of judgment required to be like, I'm gonna show these things in the main area of my house. Like this girl is naked in my living room, you know? And it's like, I feel like the lack of like the type of person who would display that, that's got to be a deal breaker, right? Like even if you're really into anime, that's like weird. And then also like if you were dating someone and living with them and they're like, I want to put this picture, I want to put this statue of like a naked Hatsune Miku in our living room. Like you would not want that, right? Like if you have people over, like your parents come over, you don't want that in your you don't want that visible. Like that's crazy. This one chick I used to date called Anime Onime. And even though I thought it was great, I just never figured it out. Statues are art. Right. Right. Like for me, I would be a um I would for me my deal breaker would be one. But I know you guys for a lot of you guys it would be higher. So what how many anime figurines would you be like would you be like this is a deal breaker? Or is there no limit? You have a friend like that? You wouldn't date someone. I see, I see. You can't type. You would not you would not date someone and you have a friend like that. The instant breakup for real. Like anime. So weird. It's different if the woman is a weeb gooner and if a man is though. I guess so. I think I can get that cuz like I said, anime a lot of times anime is very overtly sexual towards female characters. And there's a lot of misogynistic anime content, right? So like I think I would be concerned if a man had that degenerate content, that their perception of women and the way they treat women may be not right. But even I don't know. Even if a woman had like a lot of degenerate anime, I wouldn't like that either. But I don't know. Maybe you guys think differently. I mean, I think it's like a different kind of it's a different kind of deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like if it was a man, I'd be worried that they're like an incel. And then if it was a woman, I'd be like, oh, this person's just like a degenerate. 10 plus, and depending on nudity level. If they're tasteful, 10 plus is too much. I see, I see. If not tasteful, then like I've seen some of the ones that people are talking about, and I'm like, ooh, I would not even want one of those. Most of those weeb e-girls are LARP anyway. They ain't really watching or playing JRPG. What? You're such a gatekeeper, man. You're gatekeeping them because they're women? Um, Leon, you gotta not be doing that. Leon statue, Leon in the crop top and G-string statue. I would say a few of those would be acceptable. No, I mean that's not that lewd, honestly. Like the lewd anime girl figurines are like really really bad. Like they're like, oh, this is not tasteful. Like if it's like a little bit seductive, like she's wearing like a sexy outfit, like that's one thing. But like like some of those ones are like that's just not tasteful. Key when he finds Gwen's Leon Shui, he's not surprised. You're calling it lewd. I'm calling it a celebration of the human form, which is common in classical. What if, what if their human form is like, um, what if their human form? What if the human form they're drawing is like very not a real human form? You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, no woman would ever have this form. You gotta be realistic. Nier Automata is a Gunner game, and I will die on this hill. Probably. I mean, it definitely has a lot of Gunner content in it, I would say. The designs are very sexualized, but um, I will say a lot of women do like Nier Automata, though. I think apparently the story is well done. The character is, I mean, I've never played it, so I cannot speak to this, but from what I've heard, the character is well done. And apparently, even like, if you try to Sorry, I don't ask how I know. I think I was reading like a thread about like sexualized female characters. Um, if you try to put like the camera up her skirt and like look up her skirt, she like kicks it away, which is kind of cool. I think. Like she's like it seemed, and people said like with her design, it seems like that is something she would wear, but she like is very like it's kind of like Bayonetta in the sense where it's like, okay, yeah, it's very sexualized and it's clearly coming from a place where it's like a man sexualizing this character, but like the character itself is written in a way where it's like seems more or can be um like construed as like empowering, and a lot of people like a lot of women especially end up liking it. But I can understand like both sides, like especially like near Replicant. She's like wearing lingerie, the girl. The lewd statues are such a ick, yeah. You've seen some of it, but never played it myself. Yeah, I've never played it. I mean, I own it. I own it because my old homestay student, she played it. Not realistic sounds like surrealist art. Oh, you're right. You're right. I forgot about that. Um, 19 endings. Yeah. Yeah, it apparently has a lot of ending. I thought Near Automata has like 100 ending, or it could be wrong. I thought it has like a lot. Maybe it has 100 hours. Can't remember. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Enjoy the Mallow Mart in the meantime. Okay, I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed Mallow Mart. You have to enjoy it. Have to enjoy it or else. Oh, yeah. What has everyone been playing or watching these days? Because as you guys know, I told you guys I started Dave the Diver. I don't know if I'm gonna. I guess I ought to give it a bit more of a chance. I gotta play it a bit longer, but I wasn't like, I don't know. I wasn't like super into it. I think I need an in between game until the next TFT set. Until I lose my all my free time to the next TFT set. You just finished a full Community rewatch? I haven't watched Community in a few years, I would say. I finished a full Brooklyn Nine-Nine rewatch. Um, Resident Evil 3 Remake? That's what you're playing? Or are you telling me to play it? You're grinding TFT still? Going for Master State? You like 2 rank ups? Wait, so you're in Diamond 2? Or you're like really you're like some LP away? 'Cause I ended up I think I've given up at 17. I feel like I'm not having fun with it anymore because I did pretty well. I was at Diamond 2, like 97 LP or something like that. I was like almost Diamond 1. And I was like, "Oh, I can do this. I can do this." But then I just I kept dropping down and going back up and then dropping down and going back up. And at this point, I'm like, "Oh, I don't think," especially with someone like the For Fun patch and stuff like that, it was like kind of I wasn't really vibing with the I wasn't really vibing with what was available to play, and I think I'm just tired. I think I played too much DFD. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just leave it. I think even if I do grind up to masters, like I think maybe I can do it, but like I don't think I would have a fun time doing it. So I'm like, you know what? I think I feel like I can for sure hit masters next set. I'm just gonna do that. And I'd feel like really frustrated if I couldn't. You're playing Fields of Mistria, or is it Mistra? I thought it was Mistria this whole time. How's it going? You already like running from Mr. X. Why not Nemesis? Are they the same guy? Or I thought they were the same guy. Oh no, it's Mr. X and Tyrant. Nemesis is the guy at the end, right? Like the really big guy. They shoot the hands. You also might play League Classic later. Nice, nice. I haven't played any League Classic. Oh, I broke my playlist. What the heck? This is not part of my playlist. I think sometimes YouTube breaks and like it like tries to do like it gets to the last, it shuffles itself to the last song of the playlist, but then it like turns off the loop. So then it just like ends the playlist. I don't think League is gonna be my in between TFT game though. I'm not a League enjoyer. I will play once in a while, but uh it's not a regular thing or something that I would play alone. Nemesis like an even more messed up tyrant. Keep talking. No way. He's in Resident Evil. I thought Nemesis was in Resident Evil 9. I thought he's the final boss. Or is he not? Everyone was calling him Nemesis. Like Victor Gideon. Right at the end, he turns into Nemesis. No, could be wrong. Me and my Oh, he just called Victor a Nemesis. Oh, just as a reference, he's like, "You're such a Nemesis." What a weird thing to say. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to give Resident Evil 3 a try. Did I finish 2? I did, right? What happened at the end of 2? We went to the lab. Oh yeah, and then Ada fell down, but then she's alive. She's fine. And Ada kissed us. I remember. How could I forget that part? Maybe he was, but he was a bit competent for being a nemesis. Victor was fun. I liked Victor. Like I honestly I'm like I know a lot of people when I was watching like reviews of Resident Evil 9 after finishing it, a lot of people had issues with the story and like with like lore wise, but I didn't really know any of the lore. Um I didn't really know any of the lore, so I was like as taking it as like a very unserious story, I was like I thought it was fine. It was enjoyable. But you guys know I rank Resident Evil 9 as my favorite Resident Evil. And welcome in VC, your nemesis? No way. The nemesis? Welcome in. And welcome in, Greg. Hope you're doing well today. Or tell us what the hell Xeno is besides the dude who mogs and dies. Yeah, Xeno, when people, that was like a huge complaint for people with Resident Evil 9. They're like, Xeno was like a nothing character. And then now when I think about it, he was a nothing character. He did nothing. He just mogged. You're right. Like all he did was Mog, but I kind of loved him for it. But I will admit it was bad writing. Like when you're at the end and um Leon is like, let's escape, and then he does some like crazy. He does that crazy maneuver. I was like, oh my god, everyone could have died. Like, why did you do that? And then he was like, instead of like going after, he went through all this effort to get Grace, and then he just waits there. Like I'm like, when you get back, you're like, oh, he just stood there and waited. Like he's actually like so he has so little agency in the story. He has so little like impact and agency in the entire story. He just waits. He's like actually NPC. Like like just NPC behavior. So I can understand why people were disappointed in his character. Like I get it. I kind of just told Grace a bit and then smoke cigs all day. Really, yeah. Um, he takes Alpus and injects frame one. Of course, I know he's such a weird villain. Like yeah, that guy made no sense. So I was like, yeah, I can. I mean, I don't really. For me personally, I don't take the Resident Evil story very seriously. I just kind of accept it as, I'm like, oh, it's campy, it's fun. As long as it gets me from point A to point B, I don't really mind. Um, I'm not like, you know, in depth analyzing the story, but I understand a lot of people are very invested in the overall story and the lore and stuff like that. So I can it is disappointing when it's like very like they do it kind of like hand wavy about it, and it's like it's not consistent. Showed Leon insecure. He was a very bad villain. Well, I mean, but he looked cool. He looked cool. And they didn't explain why he looks like Wesker, right? They're just like, "Oh, here's this guy. He looks exactly like Wesker. Why? Don't know. Don't know. He just wants to." And he also has super speed. You're like, "Why does he have super speed?" I don't know. Apparently he has like the mold in him or whatever, but like they didn't explain anything. Like they're just like, "Eh, he did it." Like, why not? I think they just wanted that guy back. They're like, "This guy." And the actor. They just wanted the actor back. But apparently, the actor got canceled. And apparently that has happened to every Wesker actor, according to Reddit. Every Wesker ended up being like a creep. Which is like, I think he's like, you don't have to be a villain in real life. You could just be a villain acting a villain, You don't have to be a real villain. You're low-key a bad villain. Well, you'll fit right in. I'll say out of all the Resident Evil villains, I don't know. I'm having trouble even like remembering them. I guess the one I would like the most is Heisenberg. I liked Heisenberg. But I don't feel that strongly about the other one. I like Heisenberg and I like Lady D. I guess Resident Evil 8 really had the best villains, huh? They had the most like personality. I don't know. Cause like Resident Evil 4, honestly I cannot remember any of the villains. Like who even were the villains? Can't remember. All I remember there was like a dog. There's a dog and then the dog was cute. And then Ada was there. Oh yeah, there's that guy at the end that we fought with Ada. I don't really remember what he was trying to do. What was he trying to do? He was trying to get the I was probably just trying to get the virus, huh? I don't remember. Assuming they're just soft launching a bunch of Wesker clones because he was Wesker face, model, voice, and powers. I see. You really liked 8? I think 8 had the most like personality, I guess, aside from the main character. Ethan's kind of like a nothing character, but or maybe he has more in Resident Evil 7. I don't know. But in Resident Evil 8, he's kind of not inconsequential. But I thought the cast of villains was well done, and I found them very memorable. Spencer's top one villain created all the viruses and realized it's not important anymore. And basically, just said oops, and he was like, "Oh, let me make a cure too." He did. Okay, now shuffle turned off. Like, what is that? YouTube is terrible with this. I should just have a Spotify playlist, huh? And then people they would stop deleting songs off it. Yeah, maybe I should switch to Spotify. You made him more of a character by having a fine new wife. Well, he was more of a self insert for me. For me, I gave him personality because he didn't have any, and he was one of those awful men who um cannot raise a child by himself. So like as soon as if their wife dies, they just find a new one right away because they're like, well, I'm not doing childcare. He's one of those guys. Not a good look for him. Uh, he brought all that tyranny on the world. He was like not into it anymore. He had to change apart. I don't know enough about Spencer to cast judgment on him. Because I didn't play the OG Spencer games to not know who he was. Except from the lore videos. I watched the lore video and I got the gist of it, but it was it was very confusing the lore video because there was a lot going on. Just I think just stuff just happens. You know what I mean? Like it's just like okay, this happened and then this happened and then this happened. I was like, what is going on? You didn't play the Resident Evil 8 DLC with Ethan's daughter? No. I don't think I will at this point though. I moved on from Resident Evil. I also didn't finish Resident Evil 4 DLC. I just didn't feel strong about the DLCs. I was like, I enjoyed the game. Don't really want to play as his daughter. Um, Spencer really said, "Let me adopt a kid in my old age to make up for his evil deeds." Yeah, that really doesn't make up for it. Like, he basically like ruined the world, created these awful, awful viruses, and then he adopted a kid and then immediately gave it away. Like, that you didn't really do anything. You really, you actually did nothing. So thanks for that. It takes place like way after Resident Evil 9. I see. Grace is cool, but you can have. I know. And like, what's the point of adopting a kid if you're just gonna die? Like, do they even let? I mean, I guess if he was that rich, he can do whatever he wants. But like, in real life, would they even let like a 9-year-old adopt a kid? They wouldn't, right? Because like, they're not gonna live much longer. What's? They cannot take care of the child for as long as it needs to be taken care of. They might not even be able to care for it now. Like, surely they would not let a 9-year-old adopt a child. Maybe he just found her? Hey, where did that child come from, by the way? Like, did you just find her somewhere? That's be some sort of age limit for adopt. I think you gotta be reasonably healthy by the time the child is like 18, right? Because you have a legal responsibility to the child until they're 18. So you gotta be able to, you gotta be fit to care for them until then. I don't know. But there's no age limit for having a child because we talked about Robert, was it Robert De Niro? He's like 70 or 80 or something and he had a child. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, your time was past. He already has children probably who are having children of their own. I think Grace was a test subject, but they didn't run tests on her. AKA test tube baby like Emily. I see. No, but he said she's normal. I don't know. I can't remember. If you're old and rich, just make a trust fund. I'm sure they will let you. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, but that's assuming the child would not get adopted anyway. Because I think if you're like a baby, you're almost definitely gonna get adopted. But I guess if you're like so rich, then you can probably just do whatever. The rules don't apply. Al Pacino had a kid at like 82. Yeah, I think that's kind of like that's just like they're clearly just doing it for themselves. No, like they're just like oh like I they want a kid for like whatever reason. They're just doing it for themselves. Cause I'm like you're gonna die very early into that child's life. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Carry on his lineage. Weird. And like the mother must be quite a bit younger than them too, right? It's weird. You found it ick enough when your dad had a kid in his 50s? Really? How how old was the woman he had a child with? Hope she was like 40, not like 30. His baby mama is in her 30s? Ew! Oh, late third? I guess it's okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, especially, it gives me the ick if they have children already. And then they're like, and they like, okay, if someone has a child, though, actually, it's such a red flag. If someone has children already and they don't have a good relationship with them, um, and then they have new kids, it's like, bro, just repair your relationship with the kids you already have. Don't make new ones. Come on. Late 30s. She's older than me, which is small. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh, that's quite young. Yeah. 50 is a new 30 is really not. At least for women, it's not. Like a 20-30 year age gap between children is mad weird. Yeah, yeah. Um, 9 kids had to go for 10. Oh yeah, he already has enough kids, bro. Like why? So weird. So weird. Um, didn't mean to remind you of that fun fact. Oh my god. I didn't even think of the possibility that his new like wife or girlfriend, whatever, would be younger. I didn't even consider that. That's crazy. Yeah, that is a bit of a red flag. My homegirl's niece is older than her. Wait, how? We have to know how this happened. Is her sister or like her sibling much older than her and already had a kid by the time she was born? Her sister had a kid before she was born? Wait, what? So the parents wait, I need okay, now I'm confused. Did the sister have a kid really young? But even then, the parents must have had another kid, like, way apart, right? Like, at least, like, even if she had a kid at, like, 16, like, that's still a big gap. Um, the kid was born in 2020, I think, so I'm 29 years older than your half sibling, which is insane. Yeah, that's crazy. And welcome in Ratsi. Would have been here earlier, but Triple S was playing during workout, so I decided to extend workout. Hey, that's good. That's good. Hope you had a good workout. Let's say you're a kid right now, and then your mom has one after. Bro, my mom my mom is 58. She's not having a kid. Um, your mom's new kid would be younger, but an uncle or aunt to your kid. Yeah, that's really weird. My mom would have had to start a lot younger if she wanted to do that. Welcome in Yokomoto. Just say yeah, yeah. That would be super weird. Like imagine being like an adult and then your parents are like, "I'm gonna have a baby." You're like, "What? Why?" Kind of shaking too. That's weird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know. It kind of just is giving like if someone does that, I would I would be like I would assume that maybe it was an accident. It's entirely possible that it's an accident, right? Because like you maybe the parent is like oh close to 40 and they're like I don't think I'll get pregnant very easily, and then they just get pregnant. That's entirely possible. They're like a little lax on the birth control because they're like, well, I'm kind of old, like they're like maybe I won't get pregnant, or like if they're like 45 and they might be like, like it's not gonna happen. I can see that happening, but like, purposely having a child later, especially with a new marriage, seems like, "Oh, I just wanna start over," you know? It's kinda weird. Um, my niece is only a year older than my younger brother. A year younger? Oh, yeah? I guess You have a large gap between your siblings as well? These family trees are, like, breaking my brain. I'm, like, trying to think of the correlation. I'm like, "Hmm." One of my classmates was 5 years younger than his nephew. His parent what? His parents had him when he was they were 60? Wait, what? How? Someone gave birth when they're 60 or he was, like, adopted? Um, my neighbors had a kid where their youngest of 4 was already, like, 12. The youngest was 12? Wait, who's old? How old was the oldest? Man, that's a lot of kids. I mean, if they had a kid young, they would've if I had a kid young, they would've been really close to my youngest sibling's age. That's true, yeah. Imagine, like, being, like, 15, 20, and having, like, a newborn uncle. That's so weird. Like, "Oh, my newborn uncle." Like, that's crazy. Um, like, one of my friends had a kid the same year my mom had my youngest sibling. Damn. Your mom is tough, huh? I can't imagine, like, having kids for that many years. Um, who listens to who in that time? I don't know. Like, do you babysit your uncle? Crazy. Some woman in my village got pregnant at 56 after thinking she had gone through menopause. They had 8 kids and loaded grandkids. What? The grandkids? Damn. Wait, so did did she have the child? Like, successfully? Impressive. Trying to think of it if it's possible to be older than your grandparents. No, it's not possible. Unless it's like there's an adoption situation. I don't it's definitely not possible. That's like a paradox, is it not? Um, Oldest was in first year of college at the time. That's a pretty big age gap, yeah. My mom almost doesn't have any kids anymore. The youngest turns 18 next year. Oh, you can't go out. I gotta babysit my aunt. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe a step grandmother. Yeah, I don't think you could have a real grandmother like that. Um, she did. Yeah, I saw the kid a few weeks ago. She's putting applications in for uni right now. That's crazy. 56? I didn't know that was possible. Damn. Never say never. You ought to be diligent on the birth control. Even when you're 56, apparently. Damn. I guess menopause is really flaky too, cause like, there's not really, like, a determined start and end date to menopause, so you might still have some fertility left in you, you know? Like, even if you have many menopause symptoms. Miju's mom is 50 no, Miju's mom is 58. Speaking in the third person here. Neither did she, right? Crazy. That pregnancy would be so scary. Yeah, I'd be really worried about it. I'm sure they monitored her very closely, though. She's past the possibility. I'm sure she is. Like, imagine so much can go wrong when you're that old. Yeah, I think, like, um, it probably depends on the but, like, yeah, at 56, like, I think anyone would be very like, they would be very cautious, right? I think, like, these days, like, the age at which it's, like, considered, like, a safe pregnancy is definitely, like, higher than it used to be, right? 'Cause I think it depends on the place though. Cause I was like, um, and you guys know I'm on Reddit a lot, and some people were talking about like, "Oh, what is, like, a normal age to have kids or whatever?" And it really depends where you're from, huh? Cause like, around here, like, I would say Vancouver is a very, like, big city, it's very progressive, um, and generally people here would not have Like, it would be very unusual to, I would say, to have a kid before, like, late 20s, even 30. Um, I think it would be pretty normal to have a kid past 30, especially in it's a very expensive city. That's another thing. It's a very expensive place to live. I would most like 25-year-olds or younger would not be able to afford a child. Um, so like here it would be very common, but a lot of places where it's like um people are like, "Oh, I'm 25," and like a bunch of my friends already have children. And like I'm not 25, I'm like 27, and I don't think I don't think anyone my age I know is like even considering having children now. Like we're all just kind of like starting life. A lot of people might have only just moved out of their parents' home like, recently. It's like no one's thinking about having kids. Isn't over 35 considered a geriatric pregnancy? Yeah, but it's not like these days I don't think it's like dangerous. Like I'm sure it depends on the person. Like for some people any pregnancy at any age will be dangerous. But technically yes, but like it's still very common for people to have kids over 35. Um but I think maybe I don't know if that term is like outdated now. It might be. Cuz like it's pretty common now like I said to have kids over 35 cuz like obviously like medicine has come a long way. Childbirth is a lot safer now, thankfully. Um and less stuff goes wrong presumably. You have a kid, but only if the government pays for all of it. So you're not gonna have a kid. There's no way they're paying for all of that. All things considered, birth rates at an all-time low, lowest in recorded history, I believe, for most countries. I mean, yeah, they go down over time. But Ernie's mom has been contributing. She's been trying to keep those numbers up single-handedly. um, kids my age with kids, kids my age with kids, and kids younger than me that are pregnant. Really? In the Toronto area? I feel like that would be unusual, no? Most people would not have kids. Because Toronto is just as expensive as Vancouver. Oh yeah, but your parents are really rich. You must live in a rich area. They have a lot of money. Um, Not me dreading getting to that age and not having a kid yet. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Um, you have a kid only if you want and only if you're ready. Um, Luckily your mom is very done. 8 siblings is already a lot. That is a lot. A lot, a lot. Um, Saving humanity one child at a time. She's making sure that humanity does not die out. I don't think we're gonna die out though, cause like you know, um, while birth rates go down, like in this country, there's plenty of children in other countries. Um, you've been sworn to secrecies on a couple pregnancies. Are they still too early? Is that why? Um, and welcome in protagonist. Hope you're doing well today. Except for pretty sure I'm like the only one intending to have kids. I mean, are you the only one like settled down? Um, you seem so, but I didn't ask. Yeah, fair. So she made a boom, but the lining continued. That it was not an exponential. It's not an exponential. Uh, what am I trying to say? Um, Effect. Y'all ever seen the movie Gattaca? I haven't seen it. Sorry. You have a very queer family. Ah, I see. I see. But I think it's easier for like lesbian couples to have kids. No, because like either one of them could carry the child. But it's very hard for gay couples, especially like that's what I heard, at least with like my cousin and his husband. Like apparently they would like to have kids, but like one adoption is very difficult. Like it's very competitive, very like adopting within Canada. It's very like there's a lot of competition, and it's like really hard to get a child. Um and to um, adopting overseas is difficult because a lot of countries are like super homophobic, right? So they wouldn't want to give them a child specifically. And then surrogacy obviously is in Canada, surrogacy. I mean, in America, surrogacy is just very expensive, but in Canada, surrogacy you're not allowed to pay for surrogacy. Um, so like I think it's very hard to find a surrogate who's like wanting to do that for free. Um, Basically, parents can like build to bear their child in the future. Oh, I mean, it's like kind of going towards that because you can do genetic testing right before the baby is born, but I don't think they tell you. I don't think you can determine stuff like oh like the height or like what they will look like or whatever. Um, my sister and her wife talked about it for a bit, but I don't know where they landed. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, obviously, it's a people change their minds both directions throughout their life, and whatever they end up doing, hopefully, it's the right decision for them. Um, Lots of siblings who don't intend to try to have kids in any way. Fair, fair. And your brother doesn't plan to have kids, so I'm the only grandbaby source for your mother. Hey, your grandbaby will be, or your child will be so spoiled. It actually will be like the most spoiled child in existence. Like the only grandchild, or like you have multiple children, the only grandchildren, and then like with like a million aunts and uncles. Like what's a non-binary aunt and uncle, by the way? Like is there a gender neutral aunt uncle term? There isn't, right? Because you can just say like parent, grandparent, but you cannot say like there's only aunt and uncle. Yeah, there isn't a word. Wait, someone's got to get on that. We need a word for that. You guys can start one. You're not opposed to having kids, but man, just the world we live in right now does not encourage me to be a parent right now. Um, Plus the future missus has a full say if she would also want kids. Obviously, yeah. It's not a decision you can make on your own. Um, I don't know. I think, I think for me, it would depend if my life, like, I'm not a person that I'm like, oh, like, I would never be fulfilled in life if I cannot have a child, or like vice versa, where it's like, oh, I would never want a child. I think for me, it would just depend on life circumstances. Um, but these days, babies are pretty cute. I think I'm the only male in my family who could carry on my last name and still no plans for kids. I think the carry on the last name thing is silly anyway. I don't know. I don't really like. I'm also I'm just still very salty about the fact that's like, why does the man get the last name? Like, why is that like? It's like obviously it's like still. I understand where it comes from, but like, why is it still such a thing now? You know? Um, what if Ernie follows suit of her mom with her kids? Yeah, no, it's too late for that. Unless you could be the 56-year-old still having kids. I do not wish that upon you though. Um, you can have a um, you know, you can not spend half your life being pregnant. Like, all respect to your mom, but that sounds tough. Um, I'm okay without kids. They take from the concert and travel budget. They do. They do. Kids are very expensive. You'd be bummed if I end up not able, but Kavars and I have talked about adoption if we can't have our own. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, and like even if you decide whether one way or not you want kids, life could, you know, life could put you like in one way or another, right? Like a lot of things change over time. Most Porsches are two-seaters anyway. Right, right. If I get pregnant at 56, put me out of my misery. Oh no. Can't be that bad, right? That woman in Gwenstown was okay. Getting ready to retire time for kid. Oh yeah, that would affect your retirement too, unless you have like a lot saved up. Because then now you have to like fund another child. Like that would surely delay your retirement. You're the ultimate nice guy. I will take my wife's last name. I think that should be more common. Like I think it should be like 50-50. Like I think eventually we should reach a point where it's like the man might take the last name or the woman might take the last name or everyone just keeps their last name. It's kind of just like either one is like normal. But like it's like really not normal these days. I think they should just choose whichever name they want. Like each person could just choose a name they like. But I'm very like for me, I'm very not like traditional in that sense where I don't place any value on the last name. You know? I'm not like, "Oh, I have to carry on the legacy." Like I think that's a very like old-fashioned man thing to think, you know? It's like, who cares? Like you don't need a legacy. Like stupid. Um at 50, 60, you aren't even a mom, you're a grandma. You are um actually I don't think my mom will be a grandma for till she's like in her 60s. But my aunt was a grandma before she was 50, cause she had her first child in her early 20s, and her child he had his first child in his early 20s. So she was, like, not even 50 yet. But it was just, like, they both had kids young. And they were telling my cousin, they were like, "You don't need to have a kid that young," but they really wanted kids. And that grandchild is super spoiled. Yeah, so I think in Japan, it's not that common to have kids before 30 either, or, like, at least late 20s these days. But Japan is also expensive. It's not like, it's expensive in different ways. It's hard for young people, I think. Hard for young people everywhere. At 74, the kid's going to uni, yeah. Sister-in-law kept her last name. No, it's, like, really common for women to keep their last name, but it's not common for men to take the woman's last name. Like, that is not I've not heard of that. I took Kovarsis only because I couldn't get rid of your maiden name fast enough. I mean, yeah, that's judging by the sound of it. I get it. I get it. I've known people who take the wife's name or women who keep their last. Oh, really? You know people who take their wife's name? Damn. Vancouver's behind the Midwest on this regard. Did not expect that. Maybe I just don't know enough people who got married. I don't think I know that. I don't know many people who got married, so maybe that's why. I don't have a large enough sample size. Um, I know Miyamoto, and he sure likes to take his time for Zelda releases. He does. He does. The only thing I feel strongly about is having a Japanese last name. Um, Ernie didn't want to be associated with her 8 siblings. They all plan to change it too. Fair, fair. Um, what was the last true Zelda game? What are you defining as a true Zelda game? Pick your mom's maiden name as a middle name, so when they all change to that, we can still match. Yeah, yeah, fair. If you take our wife's name, isn't it just our father's surname though anyway? Yeah. We live in a patriarchal society. And so you're taking your father-in-law's name. Yeah, but it's gotta change over time. Like, obviously, if you go back far enough, it's a man's name. But eventually, you gotta claim it as your own, you know what I mean? Eventually, it has to even out somewhere. Or I guess you can just choose a new name. There's nothing actually stopping you from just choosing. Some people do that actually. I've heard about this, where they just, if both people in the couple they don't want their name, they just come up with a new name. Like why not? Just start over. Um, will help out and won't get married. One less girl taking a man's name. And thank you for your contribution to feminism, Ratsy. Um, Some English last names were like hella blunt. Shoemaker, blacksmith. For real, for real. You can make a new name. I mean, yeah, there's nothing stopping you like right now from changing your name. You could change your name right now to Rose Fan. Um, or fellow or lady who gets married to Mija will be stuck with games as their surname. Hey, that's a sick surname. Shows that we're gamers. The gamer family. You wanna change your last name to Shinmaker? Ooh. Um. Also, now people have done this. Both parties can change it. I mean, anyone can change their name at any time. Like you just have to go through the legal process. Most people just don't because it's like a hassle, and it's like there's no reason to. Rosé from Blackpink or Rosé the wine? It's up to you. Can I change my name to Kevin Manoban? You can, but you might get some questions. And people are like, oh, I expected a Thai person to show up, but some Hispanic man is here. um, and I feel like people will be less weird about that if um if people will be less weird about like some people having last names with ethnicities that don't match, as time goes on. Manoban just sounds Spanish to me. I guess it could be. I don't know. That's how Kovar ended with the dumbest middle name. Yeah. When you change it, it was free. Wait, what? Wait, so it costs money every other time. So you have to change. So you have to change it to be. So when you get married, it's free. We have to pay for like a marriage license, right? It's probably different. I don't. Yeah. I guess even if I ask you, it could be different in Canada. We live in different countries. Um, all my siblings who want name changes need to pay for it. Oh, so it's easier to just wait. It's either to just wait to get married to change your name. I guess that is the most convenient time, right? Fair. That's fair. Um, Wait to pay for the marriage license, but you're doing that. Yeah, I guess it's like you're already gonna. You're gonna shower. See you later. Okay, okay. You have a dentist appointment. I hope it goes well. I hope you have no cavities. Your brother I'm the closest to plans to do that. Yeah, fair, fair. I think I never really looked into changing my name. I I did want to change my name to also my mom's maiden name, but I just have not just have not bothered to look into that. I don't really care that much. But yeah, um most of my family has my mom's maiden name. So I'm like, why not? And on my Japanese passport, I have my mom's maiden name as well. So it's like, may as well. Cause like I have some family here, but the thing is, it's my dad's sister, so like they don't have the same last name. And I have a bunch of extended family, but I do not know them at all that have like my surname. So like yeah, I don't, I'm not really close to them. So I feel more close to like the other surname, but it's not like a huge deal. You could change it to Otani. You could. I will say the only regret Kovaris had was that you had to change on official documents. Just the steps you had to do after. Yeah, it'd probably be easier to just not change it at all. um, in the US, in certain states, you had to publish your name change in the newspaper. Wait, like really to this day? That's crazy. Who would care? Maya Otani. Hey, that could be me. Maybe I'm related. I'm gonna get some big inheritance one day. Your mom's maiden name is way more basic than my surname. Is that good or bad? You did it for the bit though. That man loves a good bit. Right, right. You're gonna have to fight him, huh? On your future children's names if you have them. He's gonna be like fighting for some crazy middle name, no? Absolutely. You're gonna be fighting these names off. Change your last name to your profession. Me do software engineer. God, that sounds terrible. It would be it would show I'm very dedicated to my job. I might get people. Would my resume be immediately thrown away, or would it be like, ooh, that's good? I don't know if it would be a positive or negative if a recruiter saw it. Um, Watch as he decides danger. The middle name must be a legacy. Not the legacy, man. Men and their legacies. She must be good at what she does. Maybe. I'm okay though. I don't really want that as a last name. In California, you need to run the name change notice once a week for 4 consecutive weeks. In the newspaper, if you're doing a discretionary name, is that just like a law in on the books only, and it's like not actually in practice? Because like surely it's not in practice, right? That's stupid. Change it to hire me, please, when you're applying for a job. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I guess the easiest time to change your name is when you're getting married. So I'll just do that, I guess. At this point, I've waited too long to change my name, and my mom's not changing her name either, so I'm like, whatever. Um, if I win the lottery, I'm changing my name to Akuma, no last name. Is that possible? Can you be a person with no last name? I think that would cause a lot of problems. But if you're so rich after winning the lottery, I guess the problems won't matter. Cause like I'm sure like on a lot of online forums, like you're buying plane tickets or whatever, and you enter the form like to like put your information in, and it'll be like, oh, it doesn't work because there's no last name, you know? Um, but I don't know. Why do you have to change your name if you win the lottery? So people don't know you won the lottery? There would be signs though if Chicano won the lottery. Okay, what would your guys' signs be if you won the lottery? Like they say like if I win the lottery, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. What is your guys' sign? I think Chicano would buy a Porsche for sure. That's what it sounds like. Certain states you can be anonymous. Yeah, or like you can use like a lawyer or something like that to go through. Cause like you do not want to publicly win the lottery. If I win the lottery, I'm going to iron Batman. Like with the clothing iron. Um, I'll be living abroad most of the year and have a Porsche. Yeah, if Chicano's like, I'm taking 3 vacations this year, or even 2. If Chicano was like, I'm taking 2, I mean, even one. You have 1 vacation. I'd be like, oh my god, Chicano won the lottery. Chicano's like, I'm going to Japan 3 times this year. I'd be like, okay, he won the lottery. You'd stream more. If his stats are streaming like 3 days a week, he won the lottery. Um, and suddenly every 2 days there would be a new retro video game. He'd be like, I got this. I got this. I don't know what's really expensive. Like some really expensive, like complete in box. Like there would be signs. Um, you're actually fairly frugal. Maybe travel. I think I'd finally travel more if I had the funds. You mean finally travel? Period. You gotta get on that, man. You gotta get on that before before you have kids. Or before you think about starting to have kids. You gotta travel first. Um, Seriously, as sad as it sounds, I mean, I don't think you should. I don't think it would be like. I don't think the right thing to do is like spend it all. Obviously, I think you should invest most of it. I mean, it's a boring answer, but you should just invest most of it and retire early. Bakeries, you gotta be on top of that and get up at like 3 a.m. and stuff. Maybe open the first late night bakery. Mmm. Yeah. We could have staff to do that. But then I guess you wouldn't be baking the bread. I don't know. Yeah, you don't gotta work there. That's true. You bought this complete in box Cuba board for 10K. Yeah, then I would be like, okay, it's not won the lottery. Cause like, there's no way. There's no way. I've heard you agonize over like a $30 purchase. Like, your lottery winnings could last long in Thailand. I mean, depends on what you win. It wouldn't really matter where you live. You can live anywhere. I travel some, but I need to get on that passport. Yeah, you've been saying that for years. You gotta get a passport, man. They last 10 years. Actually, my passport is expiring next year. I was like, I guess 'cause I must have got it when I was 18, because I'm 28 next year or this late, like late this year. So I'm like, I guess I got it when I was 18 because it's but my passport photo from my English passport is actually pretty good. Like me at 18, I was mogging. I was mogging before mogging existed. It's a great photo. Um, you can hoard money. Yeah, you can hoard money. Um, and welcome in Kenshin. Be living like Frank from It's Always Sunny. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Signs. It's not added Hitman to Steam library for real. I feel like it's not finally about the Hitman who won the lottery. um, Miju would magically get a Hatsune Miku themed PC, so she can't deny the weeb allegations if chat won the lottery. That sentence makes no sense. I would get a Hatsune Miku themed PC, so she can't deny the weeb allegations if chat won the lottery. If I won the lottery. They're pretty scammy with their sale. They put the first episode on sale for 90%, but the rest of the game is not. Yeah, because I really wanted to see a style play Hitman, but their pricing system is like really weird. Cause like yeah, they release it in episodes or like chapters or whatever. But each one is like really expensive. I'm like, but like let's be real, Istat would be so funny playing Hitman. That's why I really want to see it because, um, I guess you could just buy the first episode. I mean, like you don't have to play every part of the game. Um, but yeah, it's a like the fact that it's like so sandboxy and you can just do whatever. I think Istat would end up into some like he'd be like, "Oops, I accidentally killed this guy," and like, "What should I do?" I think it would be really funny. That's why I'm thinking like for content reasons, he should play Hitman. Japanese people can't be weebs. Yeah. Oh, if so, chat collectively won the lottery, they would gift me a Hatsune Miku BC. What situation is this? Everyone pooled in on a single lottery ticket? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Also, I just got a new PC. It's not even a year old. I would not accept such a luxurious gift from chat. Um, I don't even accept donations. I'm very like I had a PO box. I don't mind if people are sending me like small things or if like, like Chicano sent me a bunch of stuff, but like I know he's not like going into debt over it. So like I feel comfortable accepting it, but like I would not accept such a large gift of a PC. Mage's PC is good for 7 to 8 years. Yeah, probably. With the shipping, I wanted to die. Okay, true. True. That shipping was a scam. We donate you like $7.99 a month. True. True. But you get something out of it. You get ad-free viewing. You get this the emotes. If I tier 3 sub here, I got 9 figures in my bank account. 9 figures? So like that's a lot. That's a lot. Tier 3 sub. Actually, I don't even have any tier 2, tier 3 sub emotes right now. I only had them because people did have tier 3 subs. But then when I don't have any more tier 3 subs, I just put them all back down to tier 1. Because I don't really want to encourage anyone to tier 3 sub. I think it's really expensive. I even told FedEx that Vancouver's right there. I know, right? That's like the extra scam. It's like 3 hours away. I'm like, really? Wouldn't know what my tell would be. Probably learning to be independent. Your tell would be like, oh, I got 10 new different color GameCubes. I got them in every color. That would be, then then I'll be like, okay, protagonist won the lottery. Um, you can manually reduce someone from a tier 3 to tier 1. No, 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 I can't. I just meant the emotes. You can assign emotes to different tiers. I don't have any tier 3 or tier 2 emotes. They're all on tier 1 is what I mean. It's 1.5 hours from me? Really? Are you farther? I guess you might be farther north than Seattle. Although like maybe to the border. You live in the north. Ah, okay, okay. I remember when I shipped a Sat the Hat, it took forever and went east before it went what? That's weird. My tell would be how I can afford a K-pop concert. Okay, true. If Ratsy's like, oh yeah, I'm going to fly to Korea and I'm gonna go watch the VIP show. We get VIP tickets to this show. I'll be like, okay. Ratsy for sure won the lottery. I don't know if I would invest into more retro gaming stuff than I have now. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, I don't think I would have a tell. I don't think I would have a tell. I'm pretty like I'm not like I'm not like that frugal now, I think. Like I'm like moderately frugal. I save money. Um but I don't really have any large purchase where I'd be like I don't have any large purchase where I'm like, "Oh, like I would buy this if I had a lot of money." Like I think everything is like if it's too expensive, I just don't think it's worth it. I don't know what. I mean, I guess my tell would be like I quit my job. Like it would for sure just be I quit my job. Um Maybe like 2 hours to Vancouver, but the border 90 minutes, probably 60 if I had a Porsche. Come on, we all know you drive the speed limit. I know what my tell would be, showing off my full operational F-Zero AX arcade machine, my Mario Kart Double Dash LAN room. Damn. Impressive. When I go to Korea next year, I'll be going to K-pop concerts. I'm gonna plan a random groups I haven't seen yet and likely won't get world tours. I see. I see. And I think that's a good idea. Because like a lot of groups like will never come to Canada, right? Like for example, like I love Sejong. I don't think she would ever tour in North America. So I would love to see her. She doesn't really do concerts though. And Soran. I would for sure want to see Soran. Um we do that to everyone's dog get a new one, but I don't have another one. I think mine would I think there wouldn't be any difference in my lifestyle except that I could quit my job. Like I think I would still spend the same. I would still, you know, like the stuff I buy would still be the same. And like right now, like obviously eventually I would use that money to buy a house, but like right now I don't want a house. I don't want to own a house right now. Like it wouldn't even be a towel right now. And like even without the lottery, I plan to buy something like, in the next like 5 or 7 years. I don't know. I don't know the time frame, but like that wouldn't be a towel. If Mita travels elsewhere than Japan, she'll win the lottery or quit a job. What? I travel to other places all the time. Not okay, not all the time, but I I literally saw you. I literally saw you in Europe. I guess that was like 2 years ago now. Um, I think when I went to Wales, that was after. I went to Wales in 2024, I think. Not Wales and specifically the UK. Um, yeah, no, I doubt get the North American tour. Yeah, that's true. My family would know I won the lottery considering they wouldn't have a mortgage. Mm, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, I wouldn't even tell my family." I think it depends on your family. I would tell my family if I won the lottery for sure. I would pay for like I would buy my mom a house if I won the lottery for sure. Um, and my other family here are already rich, so like I wouldn't buy them anything, nor would they want anything from me, um, or need anything from me. And I guess I don't know. My family in Japan, I could buy them stuff. I don't know if they would accept it, but I don't know what they would need either. Maybe just allow them. My uncle is basically retirement age. Allow them to retire. I don't know. Fund some traveling for them. I don't think they would expect accept too much. But yeah, I don't think I have a family that would like ask for money and stuff. Well, obviously that probably depends. Like if your family really needs money, that's probably a different story. Um, I'd say get a bigger house, but that would depend on how much the lottery winnings are, slash if I could sustain the mortgage. Such an adult answer, but so true, right? It's like, yeah, okay, you could buy like if you won $100,000, you could buy a Ferrari, but or I don't know if you could buy a Ferrari, but you could buy like a Porsche or whatever. But like, could you afford the insurance on it? That's another question. Like you don't buy like here, property taxes are really expensive. The more expensive your house is, the more property taxes you have to pay. That was ages ago. Okay, yeah, but I went to non-Japan in 2023, 2024. Um, it means you won the lottery in 2024. Oh, that must have been it. Oh, but I also traveled. Oh, I traveled in 2022, but my work kind of paid for part of it. Um, I think for me, constrained by I'm more constrained by vacation time. So if I'm traveling like a lot, then you know that I won the lottery because I'm not working. Would I tell Stream if I won the lottery? Is that like a safe thing to do? It depends. It depends if I like anonymously won the lottery or not. I feel like that's not a safe thing to do. I don't think I would tell you guys. I don't really talk about work on stream anyway. I would just stream like my normal schedule, I think. I don't think I would stream like full time. Cause like why would I do that? Get more games for that one relative in Japan. I would accept that, yeah. Buy him a Switch too. You think if you win 30 million, you buy a house for 30 million? No way, no way. That would be a stupid decision. I use Porsche, I could get a couple years of insurance with 100K. Right, yeah, fair. I don't know if I have a vacation limit at work. I'm just restrained by money that I don't bother using vacation. Fair. I almost read out loud. Lol. If you won, you tell only a few people, but I'd slide them something. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I think I would tell family for sure. Maybe not like my entire extended family, but I would tell the family that I'm the closest to, and um, I would, yeah, I would tell the people that I'm like sharing stuff with. If I like quit my job though, I think I would have to tell people. Like, I don't know. But I honestly I don't really see much people like day to day. So like I don't even know. I think uh I guess I would tell like friends that I thought I could trust. But I feel like you don't want to be telling so many people. But if you quit your job, it's like wouldn't people know? Um you have a hard enough time telling people you're Japanese. Imagine saying you're loaded. Now I'm gonna get the weeb gold diggers. Kabar says hi. Hi, Kabaris. I would tell my immediate family and maybe my 2 best friends. That's fair. You can trust chat, we won't clip it. Yeah, I'll just say it publicly. Yeah, I don't think I would tell chat, sorry guys. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell you guys. I think it's, like, too it seems dangerous. It seems dangerous, and it seems like, 1, you'll be able to track me down with that information, and 2, I don't know, I guess I don't really talk about like, I don't talk about my financial situation really, like, I talk, like, vaguely, I guess, but, like, um, I don't talk in depth about my finances on stream, like, nor do I talk about stuff I talk about, I don't talk about, you know, my family situation, like, I tell, anecdotes, like, if I have, like, a funny story about a family member or whatever, but, I don't obviously, you guys don't know what's going on with my family. What kind of hobbies would y'all take up after winning the lottery? Would y'all do the same stuff you have now? I guess they're all, really expensive hobbies you could take up, horse horseback riding, skydiving. I don't know. I think I would just be traveling, I don't know. I think that's what I would do. I don't think I have a my hobbies are actually, kind of already expensive. Not as expensive as, skydiving or, owning a horse, but, they're already kind of expensive. And welcome in Risto. I don't know why you got auto-modded after saying, "How are you?" But I'm doing good. How are you? And welcome in Wolf. We don't need to know. Yeah, exactly. You didn't you don't really need to know. That's, not very relevant, huh? Um, the only thing I tell chat is, no, I just stream for fun, right? Like, I don't stream to make money. But you know me, just financial situation. She won the 2024 lottery. True. Uh, Mods doesn't like me. I guess so. It's the auto mod though. It's like the robot mod. Why did that get caught? Smart detection. It doesn't say anything. It just says smart detection. Is your account being did you do something? Did you get banned a lot on that account? And so yeah, it's not very smart. I could finally take the time to learn guitar. Chikano, I hate to tell you, but you can do that now. You can do that now. You can make time for that. You cannot be like, oh, I'm gonna learn guitar when I win the lottery. You can do it now. Um, what did you do to what did you do to Robot's mod friend? Oh yeah, maybe you're in bullying ChatGPT and the robots they talk about it. They're like, oh my god, did you hear Risto so mean? Didn't they thank you after using ChatGPT? True, but I want nothing but free time, so I don't gotta stop. Hate to tell you though, the thing with practicing an instrument, you just gotta make time for it. And if you don't do that, then I don't think any amount of free time is gonna make you practice. You just gotta practice. Um, Maybe I asked too many stupid questions. Is how are you a stupid question though? Um, you're honestly your best bet at getting rich is doing what I'm doing now. So I'm trying to get into Netflix because they pay well even remotely. Netflix salaries are crazy. Aren't the lowest Netflix salaries like 400K, like USD? Because they don't hire juniors, right? They only hire seniors. That's what I heard. I don't know if they still do because obviously Netflix is maybe not doing as well as they once did. But crazy salary. Um, yeah. I honestly considered going to the US as well because Seattle's right there and Seattle has Microsoft. Seattle has a huge tech hub and you make a lot more money in the US. Um, but for me now, I like staying in Canada. I'll take like my company's pretty good and um I don't I don't I don't think that money would is worth me I don't want to live in America. Your homeboy Stat can rip on guitar, ask him, and he will tell you the same thing. He'll tell you the same thing. You can practice guitar now. Gonna make the next Squid Game. I don't think I don't think the Netflix headquarters do that. For someone like me, it'll be around 400K. That's pretty good. Is that but it's like total comp, right? It's like stocks. Because I legit do exactly what they do now, and you work heavily with AWS. But Google is good too, has a good balance, but Netflix is fully remote. Good luck. Good luck. I know it's hard to get in. But I believe. I believe. Your daughter, I believe in you. Okay, okay. Yeah, Kaiwan will make Squid Game season 4 and save it. Save it. It was going downhill. Netflix is different because their base pay alone is high. Oh, really? While others combine it in a package. I mean, it's pretty common in tech for like most of. It's pretty common in tech for like the large portion of your salary to be stocks. I don't mind either way. I guess base, but obviously base pay is preferable, but it's just not common. It's not common for like that much base pay. But yeah, living in America though, I don't want to live in America, and I'm happy living here. Um, yeah, it's the money is tempting though. The money is tempting, but at this point, I'm like really happy with my company and the culture is like really, really good. Work-life balance, the culture is really good. Love my manager. Um, and I make a comfortable living. It's not like at a certain point, having more money is like not that like it's like it's like if like having enough money to live comfortably, after that it's like diminishing returns, right? And welcome in, John. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing good. Amazon is notorious for that. Their base pay is low, but they reward time and service, but it caps out at 4 years unless you get promoted. So it promotes a high pressure cooker environment with high turnover. Yeah, I do not want to work for Amazon. I've heard horror stories. I heard like if you work on AWS, you're on call always. Like there's no on call rotation. It's just like you're just on call. And it sounds very a lot of the companies like a lot of teams at the company are like really toxic. It's like oh they if you're in like the lowest two people like you get put on like a PIP like a personal improvement plan or whatever it's called. Seattle cost of living is insane to match the money, but so is Vancouver, right? Like Vancouver is just as expensive as Seattle. So for me like the pay is like obviously like Vancouver is just as expensive but the pay is lower in average. Everywhere's insane in the West now. Yeah, like every major city, yeah. My job consumes all my time. Don't get involved in that stuff. Not worth it. Yeah. I really value like a work-life balance and I feel like I got really lucky with my company, so I am not letting that go. And in Europe cooked. I mean, Vancouver's always been expensive, so I don't know any different. I've been trying to network with more engineers for advice and get a feel of their experience at FANG companies. Right, right. Good luck. Good luck. I hope you can get that job. That'll definitely be like if you make that kind of money, you save up smart and you can retire early, which is the really nice thing, I think. This is why I'm in the Midwest. Yeah. Very jealous of your housing prices, Ernie. Midwest is NA, yeah, but it's not that expensive. You're on rotation at the moment. You're on call with your company, but it's pretty chill, and most incidents fix themselves. That's good. That's good. Go work for EA, and then you can hook me up with free NHL and college football. No, EA has a terrible reputation as well for work culture. Any gaming company, actually. Any gaming there's a reason, like, I love games. I love video games. I do not wanna work for a gaming company. Terrible. They have terrible reputation because like, they have, like, deadlines and stuff like that. Like, gaming is very, like, deadline strict, right? It's like, "Okay, the game is coming out, we need to finish it." We have a very strict production pipeline, so it's very stable and low major incident rates. That's good. Welcome back, Ricky. Apparently, Miami is overall more expensive than Vancouver. Vancouver sounding good. Come to Vancouver, Ricky. Miami's more expensive? Damn. Um, I'm back. You can end stream now. I'll probably end stream pretty soon, but we'll chat for a bit. Um, EA is so bad for their employees and their customers. Yeah, I don't even want to play EA games now. Hold up, EA was just bought by the Saudis. Maybe their culture that seems like that seems worse. How do you manage to mess up both sides? I know, right? Like, employees bad, customers bad. It's greedy both ways. 25 to 35% more expensive according to Google. What? Wait, if you don't mind sharing, like, what is like normal like a rent prices? Because like in Vancouver, I will say, I will say Vancouver, a a one bedroom would maybe be these days maybe under $2,000. A two bedroom would be probably like 3,000. Wait, 3,000 over 3 rooms. That seems cheaper. I don't think you could get 3 rooms here for 3,000. Maybe in like a older place or like a basement suite. That's so expensive. Um, well, worse is a change. I mean, that's true. Worse is a change. I feel like money is a lot of times not all, but after all, if you work at an engineer level, probably money is the kind of thing being given. I feel like the right environment is way better than earning in a toxic environment. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I can understand though, like some people work at Amazon for like a few years after graduating just to get that on their resume. And you can save up a lot, right? If you're making Amazon salary, you can save up a lot. And that's like a really nice like little like nest egg for you to like grow um throughout your life, right? But I really value like good work-life balance and in such a high-paying industry, you can have both. Vancouver's like top one most expensive in the West. It's like top five. It's Vancouver's like the most unaffordable because they consider the salaries and they consider the cost of living. And Vancouver's like top like three, top five most unaffordable. 2K for one bedroom. Yeah, it could be. It's more. It these days it's maybe a bit less. That's more than your mortgage. 3,000 or 2,000. You have a two-bedroom on the East Coast for 1,200. Jealous. You have a three-bedroom house for over 2K a month mortgage. Yeah, okay. No need to flex those Midwest house prices. You found near the border there's a studio bachelor for 1,200. Ooh. You've been here 10 years since the landlord is nice. Oh, that's nice. In Vancouver, everything is rent controlled. So yeah, if you stay like 10 years, you'll have a really good deal. Amazon will turn you into a beast if you can survive there too. Some of the best engineers I met come from Amazon. That's true. But I don't need to survive there. I'm okay. Amazon maybe pays more than my company, but like, fine. I don't. I cannot. Like I said, I got something good here. I do not want to give it up. This house is a good deal. Yeah, it's 3 rooms and its location is pretty good. Your brother works on home inspection, so getting a good realtor was easy. Oh, nice. Here, people don't really use realtors for rent, but I know a lot of places do. Um, yeah, that's an expensive rent though. 3,000. I mean, like here, a three bedroom. Oh, actually, you know what? My rent is close to 3,000. Never mind. But that's still a lot. That's still a lot of money. I have a two-bedroom though. you're trying to move to LA or Hawaii, it wouldn't be that much more expensive than where I live right now, but it'd be a 10 times better lifestyle. I mean, if you like the sun, if you like the warmth, then sounds like a good place. Although it's for me too warm, too warm. I like it here. I cannot live without the. I'm very, I grew up here, the mountains, the ocean, beautiful. I don't mind the rain. Remember when my dad told me his first mortgage in Seattle for his first home was under $1,000? Crazy. I was doing like some mortgage calculators and stuff, and I was like, oh my god. Like, for example, here, if you want to buy like a duplex or a townhome, it would probably be around 1.5 million. Okay. And I was like, how much do I have to put down to be like a reasonable mortgage payment? Because like I do not want like a $5,000 a month mortgage payment. Like that's really expensive. Um, and then so I was like trying to put it in, and it was like, okay, if you want like a reasonable mortgage payment of like what, 3,000, $4,000 a month, you have to put down like 500,000, $600,000. I'm like, oh my god, that's so much money to put down. Like down payment. Like yes, you can put down 20%, right? Like that's like a you could put down like 10, 20% down payment. But your mortgage will be like ridiculous. And it's like I will not have a mortgage that expensive. That's so much. I know. And that's a duplex. That's half a house. Um, half a million down. Has one saved that much while paying rent at the same time? It's really tough for young people here. And I mean sure Seattle I'm sure Seattle's like the same, no? Seattle's just as expensive. I feel like some people nowadays tend to quit a bit too early if you keep at the work and also establish your place within the company. I think you can create a good position for yourself to maintain and comfort keep for yourself. I don't think that's really the case these days. I mean, I only know the tech industry, but I think it's similar for many other industries. These days, like companies will not give you like raises, they will not give you promotions, and the only way to get like a significant pay raise that's not just like 2% or whatever, is to switch companies. That's why I don't think people are quitting too early. I think they're just being realistic. Like the way I mean, at least in tech, the way you get a significant pay raise is switching companies because they do not reward loyalty or anything like that. And your salary will stagnate. You'll stay in the Midwest. Enjoy it there. It's awful here, but I love it too much to leave. I mean, I love everything about the Pacific Northwest except the price. Like, I love everything about Vancouver except how expensive it is. But I think it's expensive because everyone loves to live here, right? Just just how it is. I could go live somewhere dirt cheap in Canada, but then I wouldn't be near friends and family. You wouldn't be near anything. That's the thing. Like, yeah, you could move to like the middle of nowhere in Canada, but like then you're in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's a reason why it's expensive to live in like Vancouver, Toronto. Like, people want to live in the city. Um, let's all move to Yellowknife. No. Um, maybe you just got lucky. I like to learn from other experiences as well. Yeah, I think there are definitely companies out there who will reward people for staying and like give good raises and like keep their employees, but I would say that's probably not the norm these days. But yeah, if you got lucky, that's amazing. Native Pacific Northwesters will pay whatever to stay home for sure. Is it pretty touristically speaking? Vancouver, Ricky? Or Yellowknife? Because Vancouver is beautiful. Vancouver is beautiful. Oh, Ricky, look it up. Just Google Vancouver. It is the most beautiful place on earth. For real. Come visit. Have you ever considered moving to the Great Prairies of Canada? I have not considered that, Red. I would not like to be the only non-white person in the whole province. Okay, maybe not the province. In the city. I don't like going to places and there's only white people. It makes me uncomfortable. Even if everyone's really nice. Like it's just like I don't know. I like living in Vancouver because like everyone's Asian. You've been at the same job for 10 years and you're still underpaid. Internal raises suck. Exactly. Most companies are not that nice. Um, Miju, that's bias. Hey, you know Vancouver is beautiful. I remember the days where people would switch every 6 months and double their salaries in that time, but those days are gone now. I think the sweet spot is switching after 1 or 2 years. I think 6 months is a little short. 6 months is a little short. I think like yeah, I think sweet spot maybe I would say like 2 years even. Especially at the lower level. Like I think once you're like if you're like a junior, I think you need some time to learn, right? I think if you're a junior, like 3 months, you're not doing anything. I think if you're like a senior, then it's different. I'm sure there's a burgeoning tech industry in Ecuador. Right. BC is like Asia and India. Like you mean the people who live here? Yeah, there's a lot of Asian people. I mean, India is part of Asia, but like there's a lot of East Asian people and there's a lot of South Asian people. Um, and that looks awesome. I'm telling you, Ricky. Like I've lived here my whole life, and I still have moments where I'm like, wow, it's beautiful. Like mountains, the ocean. It's very nice. You live in Vancouver, so don't have to deal with the snow. Yeah, that's another thing. Very very temperate climate. Um, Imagine Ricky moving to the Pacific Northwest. He would love it here. And apparently it's cheaper. Can't say much. And then Ricky could give me piano lessons. Imagine wanting to leave your job after 4 months. Imagine. That was back in like 2016, 2020 during the big tech boom. Oh, I was not. I was not around for that time. I was getting my undergrad. I've been at my job 3 years and I'm too lazy to leave. I mean, yeah, it can be comfortable. Draconian pulling out these Canadian cities I've never even heard of. He feels very strongly about the Northwest or the northern Canadian territories. I feel that too when I'm driving around seeing mountains. I take it for granted. I'm like, dude, I live in Hyrule. Yeah, once in a while you're like just driving and like, or like you like go out somewhere and then you're like, wow, it is really beautiful. Or you have like someone visiting from out of town, so you do like touristy things and you're like, okay, this is really great. Like after, like most of the time you take it for granted, but generally still I feel like very lucky to live here. We went to Boston this week and I was telling Kimmy that all the Cubanry and Latino here and that they would not be strong. I could practice my English more often. The first person that talked to me asked me a question outside the airport, asked me if I spoke Portuguese. Fair. You cannot escape. You cannot escape the Latinos. Actually, I guess this is a plus for you. I thought this would be a negative for you, but there's actually not a huge Spanish speaking population in Vancouver. Like a lot of places in America, like there's a lot of like Mexican people or whatever, but Vancouver, they don't come this far up. I guess it's too cold. Cause like we don't the one thing, like Vancouver has amazing food from like all over, but everyone says there's not a lot of great Mexican food here. And Ricky can forget to show up to piano lesson. He wouldn't do that. I've always heard good things about Vancouver. Everyone I know who's visited Vancouver loves it. Have any of you considered the pro of going to work on foot or bike instead of owning a car? I think it makes a big difference. I think it depends if it's feasible for you. Like it's not feasible for everyone, right? Some places you really need a car. Um, I work from home though, so it doesn't really matter. Miju could move to Banff, but she got banned. No, I'm not banned from Banff. It's just my school. Can't deny it. Hyrule is the Pacific Northwest. True. I guess he meant yeah. They meant foot, not food. We got mountains, deserts. Do we have deserts? I don't think we have deserts. Lots of water, high peaks, beaches. Mhm. If I need to taco for dog in Vancouver, we have tacos. We just don't have like a lot of good Mexican food. I'm sure there's like a few good places, but in general, no. There are lots of Asian people too. Yeah, that's a plus for me. I go to work on foot. It's 2 steps from my bed. Same. Takes me an hour and a half to drive into work and I have a heart murmur. So no, yeah, this it's not feasible for everyone. Not everywhere has good public transportation. Not everywhere is walkable. Not everyone has the privilege of living close to work. Imagine walking 6 hours both way to get to work. That's a little far. It's a little far. Um, I save money by not having a commute, but I definitely need to have a car. Yeah. Um, Minnesota does not strike me as having a good public transportation system. And apparently Vancouver has like the best transportation system in North America, or like top 2 or 3. And I'm like, Vancouver's not that great. So honestly, that goes to show the rest of the country. The bad thing about Pacific Northwest is not a lot of K-pop concerts. Yeah, a lot of concerts skip Vancouver because it's like logistically difficult, I think, to get to Vancouver. Vancouver seems like the type of city to be full of vegan restaurants. It is. Yeah. Biking 12 miles in the snow sounds miserable. Yep. My friend who lives in Texas made a good point though. He said, "You don't go outside anyway, who cares where you live? As long as you got a roof over your head and good internet, I'd be happy anywhere." Fair. I mean, I don't go outside much either, but I like living here. I think for me, it's like culture. Like, it's like one, beautiful view. 'Cause I live in a high rise. I can see the view. Two, proximity to like Asian food and Asian people and like yeah, like Asian grocery stores. Like for me, that's very important. Like I don't think I could live in a place where like I could live in a place that's like really really white. I need to check how long it would take. It took me 9 hours and 15 minutes. That's very far. Yeah, let's not do that. It is if you're in the cities, but I'm outside the city, so it's just some buses. Yeah, it's not reasonable. The same for me. I just during the conversation, you have to drive like 1.5 hours work and back a day as well. Oh, that's really far. I'm sorry. That's like it's like soul draining, is it not? I envy China's public transportation system. Yeah, like Asia and Europe, like they do public transport really well. North America just sucks. If you leave now, you'll be on time. If you leave now and like camp along the way, you can make it to work for Monday, okay? Um, Miju had me at Asian food. But you have Asian food in Toronto, Charlie. Pretty sure even Japan has better public transportation system than us in America. What do you mean even Japan? Japan's known for having like a really good public transport. Like in the cities at least, like Tokyo, Osaka. They're known for that. I'm sure the mayonnaise is heavenly in Winnipeg. But I like Japanese mayonnaise. I don't like white people mayonnaise. Oh my god. Yeah, QP mayo, exactly. I feel that Boston was missing a lot of Latin American cuisine. Honestly, I don't mind. I can make it at home. But like, what if you can't get the ingredients? That's a thing. Cause like I make Asian food at home most of the time. But like, if I lived in, no offense, if I lived in the like Minnesota, probably it would be hard to find the ingredients, right? Um, I'm an hour of Toronto, so I only get the good Asian food for K-pop concerts. I see. You don't have like an H Mart or something? Actually, I have a ton of Asian mark. Okay, sorry, I picked the wrong place. Nebraska, middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Um, does get cold, yeah. I know, but not survive. Um, Winnie, Winnie Pie, Winnie. What are you saying? I don't. I can tell you're trying to make a joke. I don't get the reference. Winnie the Pooh seems like a stretch. We are so behind other developed countries when it comes to public transport. Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, Let me get it right. I got in a comfy car to go back and forth to make up for it. I also sing all the time, but it still feels like a waste of time. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of time. Oh, Winnipeg, QP mate. Oh, there was 3 connections there. Okay, I got you. Asian food at home means chin and curry. No. You ever fry up your own karaage? No, but my mom does. I don't. I'm scared to deep fry, but I make I make a variety of Asian, Japanese food. But yeah, usually pretty easy stuff like um nikujaga, udon, oyakodon. All of these are very similar, huh? I put whatever in the udon. Yeah, it doesn't have to be gyudon, but I do like putting beef in there. A lot of times it's chicken though. What else? I make quite a bit. Sukiyaki. There is a big H mong populate. H mong? What's that? Plano, Texas apparently has a lot of Asian store markets people too. Great, okay. Oyakodon, killing the chicken and baby in one dish. Oh, I didn't think about this. Also, like, oh, I like making chicken namba, which is actually a south of Japan specialty dish. It's like chicken. It's usually deep fried, but I make it not deep fried. Sweet and sour sauce and tartar sauce. It's not like super healthy, but it is. Um, Speaking of psycho, it's gonna sound insane, but I swear it just showed up on my feed this morning. Did you see the clip of Wendy's hip butt pad during Psycho? Oh, I don't know if it was during Psycho, but yeah, I saw. I was watching a video about like Wendy has lost a lot of weight recently, which is like a bit concerning. But yeah, she has like these massive hip pads, and I'm like, girl, it looks bad. What is she doing? Um, Sometimes their hip pads are like a little too much, and I'm like, come on, like you want them to be like so skinny that they're on the verge of dying, but you also want them to have hips. You want them to have like boobs and butt and hips. Like that's you can't have both. You know, like why are they just pick one. White people tartar sauce or Japanese? I think it's well, I make it myself. I think it's Japanese. It uses QP mayo. That was a background dancer in the first second. Yeah, Wendy like it's kind of hard to recognize her sometimes. Oh, she's okay. The Japanese one is like egg based. It looks so good in my life. Oh, I don't know if it's egg. I'm not sure. Why people tartar sauce is like dill pick. Oh, I've never had that then. It's not dill and pickles. I don't even own dill. I don't own all these white people spices. I'm sorry. So yeah, I guess it's the Japanese one. I don't think I put egg in it though. It was dill and pickles and some white guy. I think he's from Nebraska. Fire too though. I can't lie. I don't think I've had it. White people spices are salt and sometimes pepper. My uncle is white, and oh my god, he uses so much pepper. He uses like he'll like crack the pepper, and I'm like, you're still going like, uh, I mean, you use a lot of spices. Congratulations. You gotta pass that along to the British people. Peppercorn is indigenously from India. Ooh. Your spice cabinet is top tier. Mine probably isn't. I'm too Japanese. I just use like Soy sauce, sugar, vinegar, sake, meeting. You have a lot of salt. Congratulations. Yeah, sake meeting. You gotta have those. Although I was having trouble buying sake for a long time. They didn't sell it. Anyone know when Hoyo releases the 4-star lineup for the banners? It's usually like a few days before, I think. I told you when I attempted to make nikuchaka years ago, but I put too much meaning and it was a bit sweet. Oh. You can add more soy sauce to make it salty instead. I'd show my spice cabinet, but Chikana would just call me a hoarder more. Okay. We can imagine the look of your spice cabinet then. Okay, you guys are making me hungry talking about food. I have a leftover burger. I ate burger last night, but I only ate half of it. It was a really big burger. So now I will eat the other half. The type of burger. Actually, it was Hawaiian burger, and it had ham and pineapple in it. So I thought that sounded interesting. Um, spices expire. No, that's a lie. I'm sure you can use them forever. You just ate lunch. What did you eat for lunch? Most spice racks are like years expire. It's fine. How big was the burger? Like this is like from the top, it was like this big, but it was like a normal height, I would say, like this height. You're on your way. Will still be good in like 4 days. Get your own. Make that yourself. That sounds like something you would put on a burger. Are you guys expiration date ignorers or actually don't need it expired? It depends what it is and how expired it is. Like it depends. It depends. I would ignore it on the spices though. I don't think it matters. Even if the item is like a day expired, I toss it. A lot of stuff is still good, like a day past the expiration date. Like most stuff is still good. Looks like the burger final boss. I know. Usually, if I get burger outside, I can finish the burger barely. But if I don't eat a single fry. And so that's always my dilemma. I'm like, I want to eat a burger, but then I can't eat any of the fries. So I don't know. But I can't eat a lot. For reference, if I go to McDonald's, I just get a Happy Meal. And then usually I throw away the toy. Sorry. It depends. Sometimes the toy is good. Sometimes it's garbage. Depends on what it is. Some things is like a Best Buy date, which isn't the same as expired. Exactly. Your milk expires on the 11th, so I'm taking that seriously. You have 2 more bags. Oh, I forgot about the bagged milk. Tomato covered in mold. Ignore it. What? That's too far. I think it's like you can tell when things have gone, like milk and stuff. You can tell when it has gone off. Milk might be fine, like 1 day past. Milk is probably fine 1 day past, but sometimes milk expires like before the expiration date. You don't mess with dairy days. I think 1 day would be fine though. I think 1 day is a bit extreme. But like dairy is really easy to tell if it's bad. I think like you can just smell it. Yeah, 1 day is totally fine. But like yeah, if it's like a week off the milk, like no, I'm just throwing that away. I don't say Miji count calories. I don't think she's getting her adult recommended amount. Well, I'm not losing weight. I'm also very sedentary. Not that I'm proud of it, but I don't exercise a lot, so that also helps. Expired milk is just sour cream. So true. So true. Frugal. Frugal tips from a stat. Okay, speaking of getting my calories, and on that delicious note, I'm gonna go eat my lunch. I will not be drinking expired milk though. We have frozen pork leg expiration weight 2021, but it's frozen. Yeah, if it's frozen, it's fine. Yeah, check your expiration dates. I will. Yeah, I'll leave it here for today. We'll be playing Skyrim tomorrow as usual, 9 a.m. Pacific. And yeah, if I don't see you, have a great rest of your weekend. Don't eat expired food unless it still looks okay. And hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow. I will enjoy my burger. Thank you.